Okay, so we're live and we're playing some BX Dungeons and Dragons. This is part 3 of the Thousand Towers campaign, which is based on the anomalous subsurface environment module. So the party has actually entered into the we'll call the gatehouse on the after finding a map to supposedly a hoard of treasure. You had a bit of combat with some strange metal humans. A couple of people in your party were lost in a pretty terrible combat, and you have returned back to Chelmsfordshire to rest. I think you guys wanted to rest for a couple, if not 3 days, if I'm not mistaken, because people were hurt. You opted to you did drag your fallen comrades out, and you're having a funeral for them, which I'm using the house rule that can be used to garner XP to the people who survived. So, in any case, we can do a character introductions. We're kind of, you guys are just outside of Chelmsfordshire, with a large funeral pyre being lit in remembrance of Pi and the other character that had Pi and Silver Flame. Okay, so we'll just do a quick character introductions if people are watching the first time. I'll start at my left. So Carlos, tell us about your character and what's going on here at this funeral.
Well, if you looked over to the side, you would see Athanasius, and he's a pretty tall guy. He's a fighter. He's got his plate mail armor. You could see there's some scratches and things. You could tell he's been through some stuff. But if you looked at his face, you could tell that he's lost a good friend. Pi was the reason why he was even here. He was adventuring with Pi, and Pi was kind of like his anti-hero, so to speak, I guess. He really looked up to him, and he thought he was a badass. So he's looking somber. His eyes are watered up, and he's sort of looking down. He has dark brown hair that comes to about his cheeks, and he's holding his crossbow, just thinking about it's Pi's crossbow. Pi gave him his crossbow, so he's holding the crossbow, in remembrance, and he'll probably put a couple of Pi's daggers with him while he's burning, just to as a symbol on top of his body, and leave them there in the pyre. And he just kind of looks over to a couple of his companions and kind of gives a smile. Just, you could tell he's appreciative that everyone's there to pay tribute and to support each other. We've become pretty good friends, and we're all here for the same reason. We all have the same thing in common. So he'll give a little. It's tough for him to smile, but he'll give a little smirk, a thankful smirk to his companion.
Nice. Okay. It's a somber occasion, but you definitely have found access to a hopefully a large treasure hoard. So, Mikey, tell us about your characters.
So, I imagine my characters were doing a side quest or something, because I didn't play last time. So they would return to the group for that funeral, and they're a little bit confused how this actually happened, but they're of course waiting until after the funeral. And I'm playing Vera. She's an elf. She's probably the dumbest elf ever, but yeah, she managed to survive until today. And she's wearing chainmail and has that exotic look the elf show in this world, and she has a short bow and a sword at her hip, and her companion, her actual companion, Wink, is a magic user, a woman called Milalela. Very beautiful, long hair, and she's armed with a rat. That's her familiar.
Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you guys are hanging out there. Crystal.
I'm playing Liz, a fiery red-headed warrior who likes to shoot people in the back with arrows. Kind of a favorite pastime of hers. Last time, her companion Lucy was injured with a broken foot while they were adventuring. So this time, Liz is having her stay back and rest in town while they figure out what their while the group figures out what their next move is going to be. Yeah, so she's getting her plate mail ready and everything.
Cool. And a Rush.
So I'm playing Yershova, who is a priestess for the, or an aspiring priestess for the orbital god Zenit. And during the funeral, well, and she's with her her companion Donald, who is people can't really tell if he's a magic user or what, but he apparently has the ability to do things with his mind and attack things with his mind. He attacked a couple of the robots with his brain and bashed them up pretty good. So he's a little bit on the strange side. But after injuries patched up, they, of course, attend the funeral. And as the funeral pyre is lit, Yeshurba can be heard asking for prayers and guidance to Zenit, making lots of references to all-seeing eye. Let the fire be a light to guide her in Zenit's sight. You know, just a whole litany of different religious mumbo jumbos. As she essentially asks for Zenit's blessing to use his vision to show her to her final resting place, or her soul to her final resting place. She's a diminutive woman, rather small framed, so it becomes more and more apparent she may not be very well built for combat, but she seems she looks kind of somber in general, but she appears to be especially somber at the burial of her companion. And of course, when it's all over, she offers I believe it's Bane, her condolences, and then just kind of moves on from there about her own business.
Excellent. And Tony.
As the ceremony begins and the funeral pyres are lit and the flames start building up some, the flames shoot across the face of a fairly large human male that stands about 6'3" and seems to be almost as wide as he is tall, but a lot of it is due to the furs and this kind of piecemeal chainmail armor that he wears. He has a shield strapped to his back currently and a long sword sheathed on there, and you see these two hand axes, and you can tell that today or this evening he's kind of somewhat, his hair seems to be a little bit maybe not as matted and not as coarse and everywhere. It seems like he's done something to maybe fix it somewhere, and his beard seems to be brushed. Not trimmed, of course, but brushed through. And as the fires start lifting up, he reaches and he pulls out a strand of something that's 4 or 6 inches long, and he looks at it, and as the light flickers across of it, you can see it's silver in color. It looks like a strand of hair, and he walks up to this funeral pyre, and he drops the this strand of silver hair as it floats down and starts to get captured in the flames. And he turns to walk away, and he sees Athanasius over there, and he starts to see the tears flowing down his face. And he walks over towards him, and he looks, and he goes, "Emotions, they'll get you killed quickly," as he turns and exits to walk back into the town. And I am playing, the man name is Bane Tomor, a human fighter.
Very nice. And Marcus.
Okay, so I'm playing Grayson. He's a first level thief, kind of an average height guy. You'd see him now and probably would have been spent most of his time lately hanging with his partner Tracy. She's a first level fighter. As things have been going, she's been kind of she's way more charismatic than Grayson. He likes to think that he's in charge, but he's really not. Tracy really is. Yeah, they would have been, I think, just kind of taking it as easy as possible and kind of keeping to themselves, a bit quiet since the last bit of adventure, especially with the loss and such. Their mood's probably a bit down at this point, but yeah, that's basically them.
Excellent. So just so it's clear, because it's the first time we're doing this, if anybody wants to, you may have already done this because I mentioned it last time, you can actually donate up to 100 gold pieces worth of grave goods to any of the fallen characters, and if you do that, you will receive that as experience points. So if you haven't done that and you want to, you could have a student who would be doing that.
That scum we recovered from last time belonged to Liz, right? She grabbed it.
The what? I'm sorry, the what?
The silver scone that has the wires hanging out of it.
Oh yeah, sure.
Was it general group?
Well,
Because if it belonged to Liz, then she'll donate that.
okay, you can do that. I mean, if nobody has any objection, it's currently in your hand.
Yushova does not.
I mean, you're basically throwing it into the fire. Cool. Yeah, you can do that. But no matter, I mean, if you threw 1,000 gold pieces in, you'd still only get 100. So whatever. I think it was worth 100 anyways. So just so you're
That's why, yeah, I decided to sacrifice that.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, mark that down then. So anybody can do that anytime there's a funeral. If it's your character, then you get automatically 100. But then it's 100 per level. But since everybody's on first level right now. Okay, cool. So you're finishing up the ceremony. You're heading back in the direction of town. There was some questions. I think Athanasius was in search of possibly a sidekick for this particular adventure, or possibly the future. I think you said Bane was not, right? Tony, let's change your mind.
Yeah, right now he's solo in it.
Okay. In the town of Chelmsfordshire, which is kind of not the best town in the world, it's kind of a low-endy town, there are a few adventurers for hire. I'm checking against the things. You can't have your henchman that's higher level than you. So let's see.
Athanasius is going to he'll be walking down the street, kind of like scanning, looking to see if there's anyone that looks like they could at least partially fill Pie's place somehow.
Yeah, you've been hanging out for the last couple of days, healing up, I should say. And through that time, you've met a few people willing to kind of work for you, possibly. We'll have to roll. But that would even give it an option because of the fact that they're low enough level. There is actually a cleric by the name of Fanra. She's kind of old, and you meet her. Actually, she's looking a little bit distraught, having lost all of her money in a gambling game, and you kind of meet her when she hears that you're looking for assistance. She comes to you. She's basically in just like clothes, and she's kind of dirty. but she does tell you that she is a cleric, and that she would be more than willing to join an adventuring party for for a cut of the treasure, because of course they see you spending money. The other interesting person, or the interested person, is another female named Cece. She's actually young, but she has very, very like super blonde, almost white hair. And she is actually a what you might call a bard. So she's probably more of somebody that can carry torches and stuff versus fight very well. But she's definitely looking to make some cash. If you're interested in either one of those two people, they would be available in this town. Or you could go solo this time. You're not required to take anybody with you if you don't want to.
Athanasius looks over to Cece and kind of looks her up and down, and gives her a smile and says, "So, you would like to join us? You'd be willing to join us? A very smart choice. We have some places that we will be exploring that are very likely to have some great treasures. You'll be welcome for a nice cut, if you help us along the way in any way you can."
What kind of a cut?
How does 10% sound?
She looks at you for a second and she says, that sounds good, but once I prove my worth, I may want to renegotiate. And I'll need like a mace or something.
Well, my lady, I can definitely get you a mace here in town if you point me in the right direction. And I did not mean to offend. I only offered 10%, for that is the cut that I used to receive from my master, who unfortunately has passed.
No offense taken. She'll happily take 10%. And you don't find a mace, but you do find a club. So you can arm her with a club. What kind of club is like? Oh, let me see what the club cost. Does anyone else want to buy anything in town?
Yeah, I want to buy a shield.
Shield.
How much was the club, Daniel?
Let's see. Okay, so a club is 3 gold pieces. There is a shield available as well. Shields are 10 gold pieces.
Done.
Hey, quick question for the group. Is the consensus that we've been discussing that we're going back to this underground deal? Is that pretty much the consensus?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so.
Sure. What's the description on this other girl, Daniel? I missed part of it. The girl that was a torchbearer or whatever?
She's young in appearance, but she has very long white hair. And she's a musician, a bard.
How old does she look? I mean, like older teens, I guess.
Yeah,
probably
she looks
something?
like she's she's a woman, but barely so. But she has a white hair, which is kind of unusual. And she has nice.
Has she approached us, or she's just kind of like had a notice up that she's looking for work to do?
Yeah, well, she's been playing in the Muddy Cup where you guys hang out. And she saw maybe Athanasius interviewing other people or talking to some other adventurers. There's a handful of other adventurers in town right now, but they're all of higher levels. So they kind of weren't interested. So she probably saw that going on and then approached you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, Bane's going to approach her then, and he's going to go, you play music. It has helped take away emotions that I try not to show, but would you care to make a little extra money for carrying some torches and maybe help lighting the way. I could pay you for the time we're going to be gone, and then we can always talk about other things later.
Yeah, she's actually she's open to that. Like, what do you want to pay her?
You'll see Bane reach around it, and he pulls out of a backpack deal. He pulls out the necklace that Silver Flame had, and he says, "This looks better on you than it will me." As he adjusts his, and if she'll let her clasp it around her neck, he puts that necklace, 50 gold piece necklace on her.
Oh yeah, no, she takes it and she immediately starts to, like, she picks up a glass and tries to, like, look at herself in it. She says, "Oh yeah, I am the best at removing emotions and holding torches that you'll ever find."
Well, hopefully we'll find plenty of other precious things that we can split up at the end. Just stay. You do what I say and stay at the back. Yeah, don't want to be burning your body next.
She cringes a little bit when you say that, but she kind of gets a smile and she says, "Okay." Yeah. So yeah, she's basically a normal
I
human.
was gonna say, okay,
Yeah.
you have a sheet you're gonna send me, or
No, I mean, I
okay.
can't. Yeah, no, actually, I do. Yeah, if I do have something.
When you get that squared away, I wanted to ask about the debauchery thing. How much would it cost to do that in this town?
1d4 times 100 gold pieces, but you have to roll a d4 to see how much you spend. That's the random part of it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Roll
I thought it was like a lot less gold pieces or something.
No, 1d4 times 1. Well, normally it's 1d6, but this town's only 1d4.
Yeah, but I thought it was 1d6, but less gold. So anyway,
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay, I'm not going to do it then. I still don't have enough gold.
Big risk, big reward kind of thing.
Well, the only reason I don't do it at this point is because I don't have the gold to do it. Like, I mean, I don't want to give more than if I had 400 or 500 gold, like,
Oh yeah, trust me. Yeah, I'm really hoping for Yashurva to like get shown the nightlife for the first time ever. So I'm waiting to get enough gold for that myself. So
Yeah, I'm going, Daniel. I'll take it away later, but I'm buying her 6 torches and a dagger in town. If there's a place to buy those.
Yeah, there's definitely daggers. That seems like a common thing. So I sent you a message with her stats. She doesn't have like an actual character sheet.
Yeah, and I'm trying to open it up. For some reason, Facebook today won't let me open messages, but yeah, I'm trying to get to it. So
Where do you want me to? I can email it to you if you don't get it in a second.
Did you send it to me too?
Yeah, I'll send it to you soon. So the dagger is it's normal price. It's 3 gold pieces, and the torches are the gold piece. All right.
yep, I got it.
Perfect. So yeah, that you got her stats. I just didn't make a sheet for her because she's not of if she makes it through the adventure, then she can pick a class, but right now she's classless.
Good Lord, she's got more HP than some of the party members.
Okay.
That's funny.
There's the cleric.
Put her in the front.
Yeah.
The only problem is she's a Oh, actually, you know what? This cleric. Hold on a second. 1 second, Carlos. Sorry. So it says that she has a flail, but she doesn't have a flail because she lost to gambling. Let's see. So she has the club.
she wouldn't be the first cleric to take the front in this party.
Who has the club?
So
Your character. I'm sending her to you now.
The cleric?
Yeah, the cleric. Yeah. Well, you just bought her.
I didn't want to hire the cleric.
No.
no, he wanted Cece, the one who you said is kind of like a bard.
Oh, I thought he took the cleric though.
Yeah, me
No.
too.
No, I asked for Cece.
Yeah, Cece, he wants the blonde.
Because when he was about to take the cleric, and when he saw how young Cece was, that's why he bought her.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Well, give me my damn necklace back.
See, she is a bard.
It's all right.
She's playing both sides.
Carlos. I was paying attention.
She said that
You said that the okay. Sorry, confused.
It's all right,
Cece
man.
says,
In any case, they're you now. Okay.
if you let me keep,
Bane,
DC
Bane
says,
looks towards you as just an evil look at you. He "Grr," and walks off.
Athanasius, he has his arm around her and he's looking at him, and Cece looks back and says, "If you let me keep the necklace, I promise I have plenty of wonderful, wonderful sonnets to soothe you along the adventure. I already have some in mind."
He spits on the ground and says, "I done told your whatever he is there that the emotions mean nothing." As he reaches to grab the necklace.
What did we miss
Sorry
here?
about that confusion. All right. Well, see, she's already causing trouble in the party. Okay. Anything else you guys wanted to do?
And
So,
Panra's walking away looking kind of like she's getting a little she thought she was about to get hired.
yeah, Flavra thought she was getting hired, and now she's like, "Oh, what's going on here?" Okay. Yeah. So good. Sorry about that. We're back in action here. So CC is joining the party as a henchman of Athanasius. Cool. Okay. Okay. So what did you guys want to do? So you've been in town a couple of days, and I'm assuming you're all healed up. You get 1d3 hit points per day, and I think you guys said you were going to stay in town for 3 days. So assuming everybody rolled their hit points and you're ready to go, what did you guys want to do?
Did on the way back, I can't remember, did Yashova get to take the head to the other
Well, it's not on the way back. You'd have to travel to there.
to there and
That
back?
was the discussion you guys were having.
You know what?
if you
We were
wanna
supposed to
travel-
do that offline too, and I forgot.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to travel to Dinatrix, you could. It's going to be a 2-day journey.
So what I'd like to do is, rather than take up the time that we're doing now, since I'm pretty sure people want to get back. So what your shiver will do is, like, you put that head in a like you said, we would have a way to lock it up in a box or whatever. When we get done with this one, if she survives, then I'll contact you offline about her making a run to go see what's up.
Well, the party could just go to the city to bring the head.
Well, it's up to them, but I don't, I didn't want to take up their time on a personal errand, so I can do it either way.
Yeah, I'm fine with whatever. If people want to go to Dinatrix to drop the head off with you, then you can do that now. Or if you want to do it after this one, you can do that too. I mean, when you go to the big city, there'll also be availability of more henchmen. There'll be more equipment available, stuff like that. So you may want to go when you have a little more money. That's up to you.
Okay. Yeah. We'll wait. We'll do it next time. Because yeah, you're right. Having more money might be a better idea.
Cool.
So,
all right. So did you want to do what then? Go back to the dungeon, or you want to explore the area around? Like, what's your plan?
well, I know my character. Of course, obviously, she's going to go with the consensus of the group. But having found the magnificent, what she feels to be like these relics, she would actually probably be in a hurry to get back there again. So that would be your Shiva's vote.
Yeah, as far as Bane, he would definitely be up spending the money. Of course, money really means nothing to him as long as he has a few to make it on. But after spending what we've spent and all that, he would definitely be for trying to find some type of treasures, the nearest that we can find them.
We want treasure too.
Yeah, and you'll see Grayson perk up a bit at the mention of treasure, of course.
Okay. So yes, you're 2, 3. I think you're only basically like 10 miles or so away from where you're going. 10 or 12 miles, I think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I think it takes about half a day to get there, if I remember right. So if you want to, obviously you have the funeral pyre probably at night. As the sun's setting or whatever. That's usually how you do it. It's very dramatic. So you can get up the next morning and head out in whichever direction you're going. And if you want, you can be on the road. Didn't you guys buy a horse?
We got a pony.
You have a draft horse, right?
Yeah, I don't think it was really a
It's an old.
yeah, it's like an old nag.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Name Bessie. I got it here. Okay. And do you want to take the horse with you? I'm assuming you do.
Yeah, it'd probably be a good idea.
Alrighty. Off you go. So you are getting ready to leave in the morning, and as you're kind of gathering your stuff together, getting the horse loaded up, because you have like saddlebags or whatever, these four men approach you, and they're kind of eyeballing you, and they say, "Are you from the city?"
What city?
You're clearly not from the city.
What do you want?
We don't like your type around here.
Are they armed?
They have daggers, and they look, even though it's like first thing in the morning, they look very drunk.
Well, I would give you a first option that you best continue on and see if you can stagger your way out of town. Because if you don't, you'll be laying in the middle of the floor there.
That's fine, but you better stay away from my sister. And then he starts to wander away.
When he says that, I look towards Athanasius and go, "You know his sister?"
I don't think so. I've met a few ladies here the past few days, and he turns to Cece. You know who this guy is?
Yeah. So she says, yeah. She says, yeah. Those. Yeah. They have a pig farm on the outside of town, and believe me, if you know their sister, you're not the first man.
I believe they're mistaken. He doesn't want to seem like a tramp in front of Cece. I believe they're mistaken.
Oh shit! No, how did you get in here?
Or
They're drunk.
okay. So she laughs a little bit, and she gets her club or whatever, and she's ready to go. Yeah, they kind of walk away, at least at this point. You know. And you're off.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. So you guys are traveling. Of course, you know how to get there. You've already been there before, and you were following, if you remember, an old map. But of course, now you kind of know the way. You've already been, I think, twice. You're kind of coming up the backside of this mountain, which of course is known to be dangerous. There's not a lot of people around. And you're kind of cruising along. Oh, interesting. And you see, as you're coming up the road, you're actually getting ready to go off the main road to head up the path that you know. So you're kind of being a little bit cautious to make sure nobody's looking, because it's your kind of your private way in. You see about 100 or so yards down the road, coming towards you, a group of 6 moke cars.
Oh boy.
They definitely see you. They are armed, and they kind of like. At first, they kind of slow down a little bit, and then they start walking faster. And they're kind of looking at you and talking amongst themselves. Of course, you probably remember that they're these lion-headed creatures, and they don't speak any kind of language that you can really understand. It's more like growls and stuff. So they're talking to each other, and they're walking swiftly towards you. There's 6 of them.
They don't have their back turned to us, girl, but shoot them with the bow.
I think she's peeing in the woods or something, right?
In the interest of
Yeah.
Yershova would move to the front
Okay.
and just kind of put a like a reassuring hand on Bane for a moment, and then just kind of step right into the front as they're walking and just kind of put both of her hands up in peace like this for a moment and see what their reaction would be.
Okay. They look at you, and they seem to slow again, and they're kind of talking for a few seconds, and then yeah, they now they're walking closer to you, but kind of cautiously. We'll say is the best way you could probably interpret it. They're walking towards you slowly, but definitely still walking towards you, and they're talking amongst themselves. They haven't drawn any weapons or anything now, but they're about 50 feet away, 50 yards away.
So I would look back over my shoulder and just kind of remind Bane, relax just a bit, my friend. Let us see if we can pass them without engaging in a fight.
When Bane sees that they have slowed down, and he's standing right breathing down your neck pretty much, but he's still holding his shield, but you actually see him take his sword from like an offensive posture, and he puts the point down in the ground where he's just kind of holding, like he's almost leaning on it like a staff, and so just in case that he needs to go back to offense real quick.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
I'm getting ready behind Bane. Or we are getting ready.
Just is going to pull out his crossbow, and he's going to take his arm and he's going to guide Cece to kind of stand behind him out of any possible crossfire, and as long as she'll go with that.
I have one shield in my hand, and I'm gonna have my sword arm just kind of down on the hilt of my sword, like not unsheathing it or anything, just kind of like resting my hand upon the handle.
Okay.
Yeah, and Grayson would his hand would probably be moving towards his sword, but Tracy's gonna put her hand on his shoulder and kind of stop him, just kind of signal to him to be ready. Be aware, don't pull the sword out.
Okay. Cool. All right. So as they start to walk towards you, they like you're kind of in the road. Let's say they actually kind of move slightly to the other side of the road. Not leaving the road, but kind of giving you space. And it's a few tense moments where you guys kind of cross each other, and they're looking at you, and you're probably looking at them, and they kind of go. And after a few minutes, they're gone and out of sight past you down the road without having.
I would have given them a very polite, as we passed by, like a very polite bow and gesture, like a friendship, a nonverbal friendship gesture as we passed. If as we were going by them,
You give them a hand gesture.
well, like just kind of like bow down and just kind of put my hands kind of out a little bit like that, as like a greetings type thing as we keep going.
Okay. Yeah, they seem to go past without any problem.
Yeah, and as well, my character, when they pass, I kind of do like a tilt head, kind of like a sup, kind of.
Okay.
Don't start nothing, won't be nothing.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely tense. I mean, you can see that they're like on edge, like they're ready to attack if you move, and you guys are all kind of like, for the most part, have your weapons kind of at ready. But they don't make any hostility towards you, and you're able to discern after a few minutes that they're now far enough away that you'd feel comfortable leaving the road, and they wouldn't be able to necessarily see where you go.
When they pass by and they're kind of out of earshot, I lean forward and I say, "Do you want me to shoot them in the back?"
Sherva would look over his shoulder and go, "Please no."
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
Save the arrow.
Okay. All right, so you guys traveled. You come off the path and you follow up this windy path now that nobody's been on except for save you guys for a long, long time, obviously. And you finally come up onto that ledge that is outside the natural cave And inside the natural cave is where you guys found the entrance to this this place. And when you come up onto the level with the cave, you're kind of up there. I guess that remember the horse doesn't want to go inside, so you'll have that same problem again, where you're gonna have to probably leave the horse, I guess, unless you want to try to force it inside, because it smells an animal. Do you want to leave the horse? Do you want to try to bring it inside? Like, what do you guys want to do with the horse?
Well, tying him up outside seemed to work okay last time.
As long as that creature doesn't show up again, which it probably will this time.
I kind of have the feeling that he will be gone when we come out again.
Well, we could try and make. Well, how much of a resistance does he?
I mean,
horse?
Bessie is old, but she's still a draft horse. She's pretty strong. I mean, you would take a chance of being hurt by the horse if it gets, if it starts to rear up or something, but you certainly could try to get it inside the cave if you want.
Like maybe into the round cavern room at best.
But remember, there's that nest in there. That beast is coming back one day.
You would definitely get the feeling that it doesn't want to go in there because of the smell in the nest. Yeah.
So is there like a wooded area nearby, like off the path, like we could just kind of carry it off into the woods and tie it up or something?
Yeah, there's some trees. Yeah, it's not super. You're at the top of a mountain, so there's it's small stuff, but yeah, you certainly could tie it up.
Yeah, maybe if we could just lead her someplace where she's not out in plain view. Maybe if somebody wasn't looking for it, they might just walk past.
You can put the horse off the trail a bit, so it's fine. Because remember, this trail comes up, and then basically you end up on this kind of flat ledge, and then it's like a sheer wall all around it. But if you come down the path a little bit, you certainly could put the horse where there's trees. That's not a problem. Cool. So you do that. So you guys want to enter into the cave like you did last time? Is the plan? And let me just check my marching order here. So see if anything's going to change. So this is if you're being 2 by, and if you go singular, then I'll just go in and out. So in the front row, I have Liz and Bane. Then I have Grayson and Pi, who is no longer with us. So who wants to take Pi's place in the second row? Or does
Athanasius will.
Okay, we could put Athanasius there. Okay, then the third row I have Yeshova and Donnell.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have Lucy. Who's Lucy?
She's got a broke foot.
Yeah,
okay,
she has a
Lucy is
broken-
the other character. Okay, sorry, forgot her name was Lucy. Okay, so she's not there. So I had Lucy and Athanasius, and then who wants to move up in Lucy's place?
Tracy can.
Tracy. That would make sense, and I think that's everybody, right?
I'm in the back.
Oh yeah, you have one more person.
And the torch girl.
Oh, yeah, you haven't been here at all. Both your characters in the rear, Mike, Vera, and
Yep. Mm-hmm.
so Vera and Melalela.
Grayson will be a little bit probably behind Tracy.
Well, actually, all right. I have Grayson in the second row. Do you want me to move him back?
Oh no, that's fine. He can be up there.
They can swap if you want.
Yeah.
So I got Liz, Bane, Grayson, Athanasius, Yeshova, Donnell, Tracy. Oh, that's Athanasius. So Tracy, and then I guess Vera, and then Melalela in the back.
And Cece is probably going to take the rear and have someone light one of her torches, and she's going to start singing a little song. She's going to say, "Into the dark, I want to light my torch, find the way and the treasure we will take."
Nice.
Bane just starts groaning. Oh, too much noise.
Your songs take away my sorrow. Stop making all that goddamn racket.
Okay, so the initial entrance into this cave area is about 10 feet wide, and it goes into the northwest, about 20 or so feet. At which point it turns to the northeast, and it goes about 10 feet, and then you enter into this round room, about 30-foot diameter, which is where the nest of the creature is that you guys have yet to see. And then on the north side of that room, that area, there's like a 10-foot square like room, if you will, because it's cut out of the stone. And beyond that is a doorway, because you already opened the door.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you were to move through that door, is that your intention?
Yes, that should be the octagonal room with the.
That's exactly
doors. Okay.
Now, who else has a torch besides Cecil? Pretty far in the back?
Grayson.
Grayson has
I
a
have
torch.
one left, yeah.
Perfect.
And well, Athanasius has one, but I don't think there's a need for him to light one now.
I can
Yeah,
see
right
in
now-
the dark.
Not if they have torches.
Yeah, Liz also has torches, but she's not going to light any right now.
Okay, so I have a torch in the second row, which with Grayson, and then I have one in the back with Cece. That should be enough to give you guys enough light to go around. And you're using torches, right? Not lanterns. Cool. All right, so you're in a room. I will describe it to you again, unless you can tell me where you want to go. I'll give you the basic. You've already been in this room before. Nope, that's not the right thing. So this is a octagonal shaped room. Again, it's about 30 foot in the long edges. There are 4 doors essentially in this room, one of which you just came through. It's not really a door anymore, it's just a space. There's one on the west, one on the east, and then one to the northeast.
Yes.
The northeast one, they have labels on. The northeast door reads emergency generator core. The west door reads barracks, and the east door reads subsurface research facility. Otherwise, the room is completely empty, although it is covered with dust, which are now tons of footprints from you guys running around searching this room the last time. But
Yes.
when you came here the first time, it was pretty clean. There were some footprints, but not completely. Oh, also, everybody roll a d6. Let me know if you get 1.
I did get a 1.
Nope, got a 3.
Got a 6.
6 over here too.
I got a
5.
6 too.
Nice. Okay. So somebody got a 1?
Yershova.
Shova, you notice, and everybody's kind of coming into the room like, oh, we've been here before. You notice there's some footprints in this room that are clearly of a large animal. Paw prints, if you will.
Sorry about that noise. It'll only be a second. So Yershova would, as she's pulling out her map to explain where we've been and this, that, and the other, she points down at the paw print on the floor and points it out to the to Bane and to the elves. And she kind of
definitely.
she says, "This is not something that was here before."
That's correct.
The beast has smelled us from being here before.
Well, maybe those robots got them. Real quick, I want to ask something. If you would, before I left town, could I have bought some bandages?
They don't have any bandages in Chelmsfordshire, unfortunately.
All right.
Which is another reason to go to the bigger town.
Yes. So she points out, Yershova points out that the paw print. Can we tell which, like, does it look like it's coming from one door and going to another?
It looks like that whatever the creature was, it came into the room and probably walked down it and then left the same way it came in, which is the door that you guys just came from.
From the
Could
big door.
Bane also like inspect the footprint to see if maybe he could tell maybe what type of creature it is?
Yeah, sure. Roll 3d6 under your intelligence.
Wow, I actually missed it by 1. 9 over 8.
Oh. I mean, you don't think that it's like a monster. You think it's an animal, a big animal. I would say, but you don't really know exactly. It could be a lot of different things.
Big animal. It will probably rend one of us apart before we could take it down. We need to be careful.
You're not an optimistic person, are you?
No, I base things on what do you call that word? Fact.
Cece looks really scared because nobody told her about a beast. Her face is almost the color of her hair. Athanasius looks back. Don't worry. Don't worry. You have good men up here in the front.
So Yashova would pull out her map, looking nervous a bit as well, and kind of show everyone what she's drawn so far, and say, we've been to the barracks and through the door here, and inside of the barracks there was one door in the north wall which we have yet to cross, and then there are the two remaining doors in this room that we have yet to cross. And that is where we stand at the moment.
Bane walks up to you, Yershova, and he goes, words on these doors. Words are not my specialty. What are the choices on these two doors here? As he points towards the doors, it's opposite of where we went in before.
So would we understand what emergency generator core means?
You probably have a general idea of what it means. Yeah, I mean, you know what emergency means.
Okay.
And probably generator.
So
Some level.
she would point to it and say, well, this is emergency generator. And if my teachings were correct, generators were ancient technology that was used to create something called power, which allowed for lights without flame and things such as that. This subsurface research facility, this word obviously means underground, and well, research is another word for study. So it appears that maybe through this door is a some sort of place of learning or study, or perhaps a library or something.
When you explain all that to Bane, he looks at you and he goes, I don't care about study. Study means nothing to me. I say we go. You maybe find those torches that will burn without having to use oil and flame. That would help us good.
Well, then
what
we
you
probably
just-
need to go back through the barracks. Barracks mean weapons. That's where soldiers sleep, and soldiers had weapons. Well, they still have weapons, but they had better weapons than we have. I'm looking for guns.
He looks at you as you say that, and he just goes, "Go to your death, then. We've already lost two."
Yes, but don't you see, like, there were powerful guards blocking that way because there was something valuable down there.
She says,
Ugh.
Yashova looks up and says, I cannot argue with her logic, but I don't know if there's probably danger no matter where we go, Mr. Bane.
Bane walks back towards Vera, and he goes, "You smart, much like Silver Flame was. What do you say?"
She stares at you with that distant stare. What? And you're reminded of her super int. I think she has the lowest end in the group.
Yeah, and see what actually out of character real quick. He's basing it on you being an elf because of Silver Flame being an elf, so that's why he's coming to you.
All elves are smart. Also, just I forgot this, so I'll mention it. This place is lit, so you actually don't need torches. The entire space, just to remind us, is all the walls and the floors and everything are of this kind of white material that you've seen occasionally used. It's an ancient material that's basically impenetrable, very, very strong. And the ceilings glow naturally.
I remember that now.
Yeah, so basically there's light in here. So you need to get through the cave with light, but once you came inside, you could put the torches out if you want.
Oh, okay.
You don't
So
have to
is,
put-
is it really bright, or is it just kind of like a soft?
It's bright enough. It's equivalent of normal light. Like you can see
Okay.
totally fine. You don't have any kind of restriction. It's lit. It's not painfully bright and it's not too dark.
Okay.
It's very even. So it's better than torches in a lot
So
of
then
ways.
she would turn back toward Bane and say, "This place here is probably what makes the ceilings do this. Light without fire."
Just you smart ones pick the way. You know I'll go.
Okay, then join me, Bane. We shall go back to the barracks and we shall find these weapons of mass destruction.
So your Shurva kind of rolls the map up and puts it back into her
Oh,
pouch. Says, "I am no warrior, so I will follow where I am told."
He raises the torch, moves it out of the way, and tips her head up and blows it out.
Nice. Okay. She'll have an easy job this time because you don't need a torch yet, anyways. Okay, so did you want to go through which door?
Sounds like the west door toward the barracks,
Perfect.
into the big barracks room.
Yeah, so these are just kind of like regular doors in a sense. I mean, they're made out of this this heavy metal, but they're kind of you can just open them up. Unlike the very first door that you came through, where you needed to like put the rock in and slid to the side. These are just like doors you can open.
Okay.
So they're made out of this really heavy metal that you guys know of. That's pretty much impenetrable. So this is a very well fortified place. Okay, so who's opening the door?
All right,
Jason can.
Liz.
Okay, yeah, Liz.
Hey, wait, is the door closed? Because it should be open. The barracks. We went there last time.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, but there's been activity since we left, apparently.
Oh, right. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I'll open it without checking for any traps because that seems like a really wise thing to do in my wisdom of 7.
Perfect. Yeah, so you open up the door and you're looking down about a 20-foot long corridor, 10-foot wide corridor, and it opens up into a room at the end, which you've been in before.
Yes.
If you were to move forward into this room,
And there's another door to the left, right?
There's a door to the left and to the right. And once we go through the door to the left, which would be south, is one we've already been through. That's where the robots were. The door to the right, which is on the north wall, is the one we have not opened.
that's correct. There's 2 doors on the south wall, actually.
Oh yeah, well, one of them is the other way to get into the bathroom. Yes.
Yeah.
We've been
And
through
then,
both of those.
in this room, being that you've been here before, and you fought these metal men, the room is empty, save for some crumbled wood. The any signs of the combat are gone, except for maybe some bloodstains on the ground. But the bodies of the metal men are also gone.
Oh,
Including the ones that you decapitated.
Very strange, says Athanasius.
indeed.
So, what would you like to do? All the doors in this room, all the doors in this area are also closed.
Athanasius wants to look around and see if he sees any signs of maybe scratches on the floor. Does someone drag the robots out, or just any kind of a...
Yeah, I mean, this kind of material is very, very resilient. So you don't think that it would necessarily make that would make scratches in the floor. Like you'd have to really try to put a scratch in the floor. But that's a good. You do see though, and it's kind of hard and muddled because of course there's been a big fight in here. You do see there's like There's areas that are less dusty where it looks like things were dragged, but you probably can't really tell if that's from you guys dragging your friends out or, because they go out the door you just came. So it's hard to say, basically.
When he realizes that he kneels down, Athanasius kneels down and touches the material, realizes that it wouldn't have gotten chipped, and then he sees the marks in the dust and realizes he can't deduct anything from that, so he just steps up and returns to the party.
Okay, so if I remember, there were 2 doors on the north side of this room, right?
One door on the north wall.
There is one door to your north, and there are 2 doors to the south. It is a square room that is 30-foot square.
Yeah. And we've been through both the doors in the south.
Yes.
One door near we hadn't been through. Was it on the west side?
North.
The north.
Oh, the north is the one we haven't been through.
Correct.
All right, Liz is going to make her way over to the north door then.
Cool. So, like the other doors, this is kind of one. This I think it's called pronium metal. It's like a greenish steel color. Yeah, protonium metal. Same thing, handle, just like every other door.
Liz will open it.
Cool. Yes, you pull the door open, and you're looking down into a giant log that flies forward and hits you in the face.
Great. For how much damage?
Let's see. A falling log. You can make a saving throw versus petrification.
I'm going to step away for like 60 seconds.
Okay.
Saving throw versus petrification?
Yeah, petrify. Or turn to stone, I think it's called in BX.
Yeah. Well, you have to roll over, right? So I failed.
Okay. Yeah, so you take 4 points of damage. This log basically swings in and hits you, and you stumble back. And then it's kind of just like swinging there.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can definitely see that it looks like somebody like rigged it in the other room with some like some kind of strange rope, to the ceiling. And at this point, it's just kind of like hanging there.
Yeah, I'll say it smacks me in the chest and knocks me back about 5 feet or so.
Yeah. But so anyway, so you're looking into this corridor now that you can walk past the log now. It's just kind of there, if you want. The corridor itself is 30 feet long. It is 10 feet wide. There is on the west side, there is a door immediately to your right. So as soon as you walk in that first 10-foot square, there's a door. And then all the ways at the end, at the 30 last square, there's a door on the west as well. Then on the east side, there's a door opposite that. So again, 30 feet up from you on the east side, there's a door. And all the ways at the end of the hallway, 30 feet up to the north, is a door. All these doors are closed. This hallway, like everything else, is lit from above, but otherwise completely empty.
Okay, so once Liz regains her composure, is there anything written on the doors or anything like that?
These doors are unmarked.
Okay. Okay, I guess can we agree to just go in the very first door?
Real quick, can I get I had to step away for 60 seconds. I guess I missed the description of the room.
It's a 30-foot long corridor.
Okay.
There's a door to the west as soon as we enter. There's another door at the opposite end on the west side. Directly across from that on the east side, there's a door. Directly to the north.
And also to the north. Yep. So there's 3 doors at the end of the corridor. So at the end of the corridor, 30 feet from you, there's a door on the east, the west, and the north. And there's also one door on the west close to you.
Okay.
That is actually perfect. Well done.
Thank you.
None of them seem to be marked. I mean, you can certainly see there's enough light in here to see. They don't seem to have signs on them or anything, but they look like the same kind of doors as everything else you've been looking at.
Okay.
So I guess we can just go into the first door on the west side.
Okay, sure. So you
Can we inspect this log real quick? I mean, does it appear? I mean, was it Seems like it appeared to be set up some time ago, or
Yeah.
anything at all. Maybe the group would know.
Yeah, and I suppose calling it a log is probably not very accurate. It's actually a big pipe. It's like a log.
Okay.
It's held by at first what looks like rope, but it's actually some kind of metal wire, like thick metal wire. And it looks like somebody spent some effort doing it because there's a large eye screw basically in the ceiling. So somebody had to have gone through this, which you know to be incredibly tough material, to screw this thing into the ceiling to make this kind of log fall. And the reason why it probably didn't do that much damage is because it didn't go very far, because it's only up a little bit and it just kind of flew forward a little bit.
How big is it? How big around? I mean, how heavy?
Yeah, it's about 7 or 8 inches, diameter. It is hollow, but it's a thick pipe, so like the walls of the pipe are like over an inch thick. And it's about 8 feet long.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, it's made out of. You think it might be made out of some kind of either strange material or possibly lead. It's kind of hard to say. Kind of seems like lead, but it's a little bit stronger than that. Like it's not as flexible.
Okay.
Okay. So did you want to open up the door? Cool. All right. So you go to the first door, and again, it's unlocked. You open it up. This door, the door actually pushes in. Most of those have been coming towards you. It pushes in. It's actually a room that is only 10 feet wide as you're looking at it. So north to south, it's only 10 feet. And it's 20 feet deep. So it's 10 foot by 20 foot. It is. It looks to be another bathroom. There's just a single shower, and a single toilet and a sink.
Okay.
I would like to look over in the toilet. Is there water in there, or that strange green sludge from last time?
There's water in the toilet.
Nothing else of any that stands out or anything like that?
Nope, just an empty toilet.
I would like to let's see. I'm trying to see what I have on me real quick. I'm gonna take an arrow. I don't know if I could do this with an arrow or not, but I'm gonna try. Take an arrow out of my quiver, and I want to try to hit the water fountain and turn it with the arrow. See if I can turn it on.
On the sink or on the shower?
On the sink.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Sure, why not? So you push the hot or the cold?
Cold.
Okay. So you push the water, the faucet, and it starts to pour water out.
Oh, cool.
She says, "Does the water smell okay?"
You don't immediately smell anything bad. Do you want to put your face right next to it?
Your Shover would lean over to see if there's any kind of like stagnant smell to it at all, or anything that would make it not smell like.
It smells a little chemically, but not like necessarily in a poisonous way. Possibly in you've been in cities, so it could possibly be like a water purification system.
Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna, if I can, I'll also go ahead and check the shower the same way.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. I mean, you're able to do it. You turn the shower on, water starts coming out.
Awesome. Okay, I'll shut everything. I'll shut the water off then. Say we have a place to use the restroom and take a shower. Maybe we'll take this over as our base one day. We'll make our own adventurers league, and people will come to join our guild from all over.
That is a great idea, my lady. I had not thought of that.
Well, at least it's clean water. Then your Shover would move back out into the hallway.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be clean from the kind of.
All right. So, what do you guys think? Do you want to do the next west one? Might be another restroom.
Might as well.
Okay. So, move down and look in the next west one.
Cool. So you're gonna go up and open that door on the west. Sure. Cool. You pull the door open, or this one actually pushes in as well. I'm sorry. You push this door open, and immediately you can see 4 of these kind of metal men that you saw before. These ones look kind of weird because they've got like in certain parts of their body, like they're like, let's say one of their arms, one of their legs, look to be made out of a human skeleton. And they're currently digging through what looks like to be a pile of bones in the center of the room. But they see you. There's 4 of them. Let me roll their reactions. Okay, and they immediately are going to attack. So go ahead and roll initiative.
Awesome. Who gets to be the lucky one today?
Okay. Let's see. Who wants to do initiative? I'll just start from left to right. Actually, I'll go right to left because we never get to the end of it. So Marcus, you can be initiative for this one.
All right. Let's do it.
So they got a 5.
6.
Nice. Okay, so you see these things start to move towards the door. What do you do? Currently, everybody's in the hallway. It's a 10-foot wide hallway. So currently, basically, you've got. Let's see. Liz just opened the door. Bane's next to her, and then Grayson probably and Athanasius are kind of in the next rank back. You guys can probably kind of see what's going on, but everybody else is kind of in the dark. Not in the dark. Not really know what's going on. So does anybody want to move?
How big is the room they were in?
Okay, so that room is 20-foot square.
Okay.
Yeah, I may want to move if we can. I will tell you what I want to do and see if we can do it.
Okay, tell me.
What I want to do is Bane seeing these robots. I want to try out your grappling deal. If this would fall under it, I would want to charge one because they're just turned towards us, and I want to just run towards one of them and just hit it with the shield to try to grapple it and knock it down prone.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. You can do that, sure. Anybody else want to move?
Can I pull out my sword and move up to another one and try to hit it next round? Or I mean,
you can attack this one, which will take a -2 because you're drawing.
I think Tracy would at least try to get into range if she could.
Okay. You're kind of far back, so.
Okay. Do you think Grayson would have a better chance of?
Yeah, Grayson
Daily?
definitely would. I mean,
Okay.
Grayson, if Grayson or Athanasius either go into the room or move out of the way, then Tracy could get past probably.
Okay. I'll just have Grayson move in for a melee and Tracy begin to move up.
Yeah. And
Okay.
Donald would just move to where he can see one of the robots.
How about Athanasius?
What kind of weapon do you have, Grayson?
I'll show him the short sword as I pull it out. Just this short sword.
If I see that Grayson looks like he wants to get in there in front of me, I'll let him go, and I'll put away. I'm gonna hang my crossbow back around me, and then pull out my battle axe.
How about Vera and company?
Uh-oh.
Vera,
Oh no.
Yeah.
Melela.
Third time.
These games are really late for her, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Micah.
They run away.
Okay, they're thinking about what's going on. They're not really sure at this point. So okay, all right. So let's. You guys are moving in. I'll resolve you first, Tony, because you're going to be crashing into this person. So go ahead and since you won initiative, you can roll 2 dice against this guy's 1 die.
And what do I roll again? Because I don't have your deal pulled up right now.
1d6 per hit die. I'm actually gonna have to look myself because it'll be the first time this is ever being used. How exciting! Let's see, grappling. Yeah, it should be 1d6 per hit die. So basically, you roll 1d6 per hit die, and they're gonna roll 1d6 per hit die. Because you won initiative, you get an extra one.
So 2d6, okay.
So 2d6 for you if you're
And you just need a total. I got a 10 total, a 6 and a 4.
10 total is good. Okay, they are Also 1 hit die. Okay, he only got 2, which means you actually deliver. You can deliver 8 points of damage if you'd like.
Two. Yeah, I mean, I just want to bowl this thing over, just crash right into him with the shield and just bowl him completely over.
All right, he's actually yeah, he's flat on his back. He's stunned for so I gotta go down here. So the stunning is or actually he's out. Let me just see. Standard melee with grappling. Sorry guys. My own rules. All right, so yeah, you do the damage, and I think that just means you're out for. Oh yeah, you're out basically for. He's out for a bunch of turns. So unless this goes really sad, you guys can probably just kill it at the end.
I've been saying I just want to stand there and chop him with my hand axe next time, so to finish it off.
You'll be able to auto kill him next round, no problem. Okay, I think she's switching weapons. Vera, nope. All right, so Liz. You're drawing sword. Do you want to attack this round? You can with a -2 if you'd like.
Yeah, I pull out my sword and nearly trip over myself as I'm doing so, and just kind of plant myself into this guy as I roll a 1.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so okay, and then Grayson was coming in. Do you want to attack this round too? You can at a -2 if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll do it with the -2. That is an AC 6.
That hits.
Okay, cool. 5 damage.
Kill it.
Very, very good.
Smash it. I'm sorry, was your Shova attacking or she's moving out of the way? I'm sorry, I forgot. Should have been him.
I'm sorry, say what?
Was your Shova coming in to attack or she was just moving out of the way?
No, she was just going to ready her shield and mace, but Donald was the one who moved so he could have visual contact so he can do his thing.
That's you can actually do you want to do psionics? That's what you want to do? All right, you can actually do that, sure. It technically goes before movement, but then you wouldn't be able to go this round, which doesn't
but everybody we got into the grappling. I was just like, I'm gonna let it ride.
you wouldn't be able to see him until you moved. That's what I'm saying. So it kind of throws off your ability to do it, but it's fine. You can just do it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I can wait. I don't want to break the rules.
Well, then, no, you can do it. Go ahead.
Okay. So, all right. Gotta give me my refresher now. It's 1d6 to see if it goes off, right?
That's correct.
And I can't remember what I need.
You need a 3, I think, or 3 or less.
Yes.
1, you exhaust it for the day. 2 or 3 is what you want.
Okay. So, Donald moves, he puts his hands up, looking at one of the creatures, and he focuses on it, but doesn't seem to be able to make anything happen.
Okay.
So all you see is Donald reach up and grab his forehead and look at the robots, but he just kind of stands there for a moment.
Cool. Okay, so there's two still everybody went, right? Except for Vera, who's sleeping.
Yes.
So there's 2 still up, and there's 2 of you that they can attack. So one's going after Liz, and the other one's going after Grayson. The third one would go after Bane, but he's stunned, so he can't do anything right now. All right, so the first one goes after Liz with a 15 on the die. I don't think that's going to hit you. 15 hits AC 3. That misses you. And then Grayson, 2. That one misses as well. So they miss. The 2 that are here. Hold on. Why are there only... Oh, because Grayson killed 1. That's why. All right, so initiative again, Marcus.
Also, sorry, Daniel, on the last one, Cece just wanted to pull out her club. That's all.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Got a 2 for initiative.
Nice. Okay, they got a 3, so they're going to go again. They're going to, again, do the same thing. One's going to swing at Liz with a 2 and misses. One's going to swing at Grayson with a 19. That's going to hit you, I'm sure, because 19 is going to hit armor class 0.
Oh, yeah.
So he hits you with his kind of... he's got this... like his arm is actually like a human skeleton, and he like reaches out with his terrible skeleton fingers, and scratches you for 4 points of damage.
Okay, that'll put me to -1.
Oh. Okay.
Oh no!
Roll a d6.
Okay. A 6.
Oh my God. Okay, so it's a 7. I still don't think so. Okay, though. Let's see. 7. Oh, broken bone. Exciting.
Okay.
All right, so this thing somehow it breaks your bone. We'll see what it breaks. So go ahead and roll a d6, see which one.
Okay. I was expecting worse. A 3.
3, that's not bad. Roll a d6 again. It's your left
2.
hand.
My left
Okay.
hand. Okay.
It breaks your left hand. Are you right-handed?
Yeah, right-handed. But
I
So,
am
yeah, so-
today.
I am now.
All right, so effectively, you won't be able to use a shield, which you're not using a shield anyways, right? Sure.
No.
So it doesn't really affect you, except that you only have one hand. So if something
That
happens,
might mess me up with like thieving. I don't know.
yeah, exactly. If if it's something that like you climb walls or
Yeah,
something like that
yeah.
affect you. But as far as combat is concerned, it's not. It will take about 4 weeks to heal. So just note that on your thing before.
Okay, perfect.
So yeah, it like reaches out at you and maybe you like block it and it crushes your hand in a terrible way. And it's you guys' turn. Is anybody moving? Oh, I'm sorry, psionics?
Yes.
Remember that.
Yes. All right, come on, Donald. I got a 3.
Okay, so you'll do 3d6 damage against one of these things.
That's a 3, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
8
You
total.
you bolts of energy come out of your head, your big bald forehead, and smash one of these things into bits.
Nice.
Anyone moving?
Athanasius wants to move in.
Okay, you move in.
Can Tracy swap with oh sorry, go ahead.
100%. Tracy
Yeah,
can
with
move
Tracy.
forward. Yep, for sure. Because Yashova moved back. Donaldson and you can get past if you want. Or yeah. Does Grayson want to leave the room, or he's going to stay there too? You're adding Tracy to the room.
He's gonna walk out, probably crying because he broke his arm.
Okay, so like a fighting retreat. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. There's only one of these things left. So Tracy charges in. Anybody doing a missile weapon or a spell? No. Okay, so melee. And I'm just going to go left to right if that's okay. Carlos, there's one standing.
Say that again?
There's only one left. You ran in with your axe. Did you want to attack it?
Athanasius runs in with his axe already cocked up, and he lets out a yar. Oh, sorry. I got. Trying to see what I don't have a bonus. Less one to hit. Okay. So that is a total of 11.
11. They're AC 6. You need a
I need
13 total with including bonuses.
Yeah.
So you're plus 1, 12.
So Athanasius just whiffs by the side, and now he looks scared. He kind of backs up. Oh.
There's a lot of people in there, so maybe it's a little bit awkward getting around everybody. But Vera sleeps more. Okay, Liz.
Liz, after she smacks off this robot, she kind of looks to make sure no one saw her, and then she thinks, "Well, fuck, I got to make up for that." And so she quickly targets this robot, hitting with a 17, hitting armor class 2,
Nice.
and does 5 damage to it.
And that's enough to kill it. So yeah, you take it down. Your mighty swing. And at that same moment, Bane is, I guess, crushing the one that he pummeled.
Yeah, I'm just doing like those other two. I'm just taking that hand axe, decapitating the head away from the body. Sparks and wires probably fly everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like my sword slashes in this thing's shoulder, and when it falls down dead, I like pull my sword out and take like kind of a heroic pose. And then again, I'm just looking at everyone to make sure no one saw me trip a while ago.
Nice. So yeah, so there's 4 of these things now smashed on the ground. They definitely look different than the other ones that you fought because, like I said, there's parts of them it's different on each one, but there's parts of them that are have been seemingly joints and stuff have been replaced with human bones, but their heads are still the same with the two little eyes and the vent for the mouth.
Bane picks up the decapitated head from that one and he holds it up towards your shoulder and he goes, "Do you want another one?" You may be muted, Rush.
You're correct. Thank you.
About it.
She would say, "No, I think one is quite enough, but that is." She points at the human skeleton pieces, and she's like, "It is either man or machine, but that is not right. That is not. I've never heard of that." And she keeps pointing at it,
You've
confused.
definitely not seen anything like this before.
Bane just takes that head and tosses it over in that pile of debris they were going through then.
Okay.
You see,
I actually want to search that pile of debris and see if there's anything worth.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a hold on, let me look at what's on the festering corpse body thing. Let's see. Go ahead and this is probably completely inappropriate for this module, but I don't care. Roll a 2d30. Do you have 2d30? Probably not.
I got him. Can you roll them for you?
Wait.
You mean roll them for you, Crystal? 2d30?
Yeah, please.
24 and a 14.
Oh, so 38. All right. Oh. I like how they say this. A bag that can hold items.
Nice.
No way.
Not a bag of holding, but a bag that can, no, but it has I'm not going to come up with them right this second, but it has 7 random disturbing items. They are
Nice.
weird, horrifying, and strangely entertaining. So we can leave that to our imaginations. So there's a bag with some weird shit in it.
Hey guys, I found a bag with some weird shit in it.
Yeah, there's like
I believe that I could use this bag to hold items.
Empty those out and you can.
I mean, like, someone may want these. I don't know.
yeah, they're like curiosities, and you think it would to the right person you might be able to sell them, or possibly you think they're interesting yourself.
I mean,
You can come up with a random thing of what it is that's relevant during play, then we'll use it. So there you go.
being the
Use your
fiery
judgment.
redhead she is, she may like the strange oddities that are in there.
Yeah, I mean 7 weird, horrifying, and yet strangely entertaining. So you have a bag that can hold stuff, and it has in it 7 weird items. Did anyone else want to search?
No, Yoshova would actually go over to what's his crap? The guy with the broken hand. What's the character's name?
Grayson.
Grayson. She would actually go over to Grayson and pull out the empty tube that she had that had the scroll in it,
Mhm.
and take it. Ask to take the broken hand and kind of lay the tube in the palm of his hand and wrap his fingers around it, which is probably somewhat painful, and then take a piece of black, like torn black cloth that she has and wrap it around his hand in the tube, and tell Grayson that this will hold your fingers and your hand steady around this tube and keep you from grinding your bones and damaging them more.
Yeah, Grayson will absolutely allow that, and through the pain, he'll kind of grit his teeth and say, "Ah, I really appreciate that.
She said, "Of course."
I think that's going to help immensely."
While everybody's searching, Cece, you see her. She looks very relieved that these robots are taken care of, and she kind of puts her club down in front of her and holds it like she's holding it like a cane in between her. And if this was a different time, maybe fathoms of years in another direction, you would have compared the dance that she's doing to Axl Rose as she sings, "The metalheads came and they tried to take us down, but that will never happen while Athanasius is around."
That's she's earning her keep already. Perfect.
Nice.
Okay. So you guys are in this 20-foot square room. What do you want to do? There's lots of human bones here.
Was anyone else searching? Bane wouldn't be interested in it, but I didn't know if anybody else was.
Any of us want to look through the
Grayson will search. Yeah, it's kind of a
go for it. Do you have
thieving
2D30?
individual. Do what?
Yeah. 2D30 or
Tony, you want to
Yeah, let me see if I can get you some lucky things, Marcus.
kill me, Tony?
Oh wow, I'm rolling like you, a 1 and a 5.
Oh boy.
Oh. You find a vial of coagulated blood.
Oh, that's
Yummy.
kind of cool. It's cool, but probably not very useful. So a vial of coagulated blood.
You know, it's sealed, of course.
Yeah. Can I actually break the seal and perhaps smell it? See if it's
It's got a cork in it, we'll say.
I don't know. Make sure it's actually blood.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
got
like-
like a little cork on the top of it, like a rubberized cork, and you can pull it out, and it smells like blood. It's and it's coagulated. It's still liquid, but it's very very. Thick.
Yeah.
Got
Okay.
that copper smell.
But yeah, it definitely smells like
Yeah.
blood.
Okay. Yeah, I was just checking just to make sure.
Yeah. Save versus death. No, I'm just
Okay. Wouldn't surprise me, but
I mean, if you want to taste it, we could see with the
I think I would stick my pinky in there. Just
save versus vampire.
to see.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to touch it, it feels like blood. I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
do you really want to taste it?
No. I think as I touch it, if it feels real, I'll quickly recork it, pop it into my my sack.
Cool. Yeah.
Or it'll probably burst. That's okay.
All right. Let me just make a note of this. Anybody else looking for stuff?
If Athanasius is only interested in gold, really, or something that he thinks he could sell. So if he doesn't see anything that looks like it might have something valuable in it, he's not going to search. He'll, like Bane, he's going to just stay back, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, so far you've seen what they've pulled out. Nothing seems to be gold, but
Your Shova is not going to search through the rubble, but she would go over to one of the robots that we took down and kind of search through it and search over it and see if it has anything other than the human skeleton and see what she can find out.
Okay. Yeah, roll 2d30.
Oh,
Let's see if there's
Give
anything
me
good.
roll for you, Rush.
please, sir.
Ooh, a 28 and 22.
Oh, 50.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, as you're kind of like looking through the robot, it's got like lots of weird like wires and tubes and stuff. And you see this odd piece of like metal that looks like brass, so it looks different than the rest. And you kind of pull it out, and it's actually an amulet in the shape of a scarab. You think it could be some kind of an ancient holy symbol or something.
Huh.
And it was somehow being used inside the creature. It's a little beat up, but
All right, brass scarab. Okay. So she would pull that out and just kind of look at it and probably recognize it for what she thinks it is. And she would kind of just kind of nonchalantly put that into her pouch.
all right, yeah, so you guys are digging through and you're kind of healing up and doing all your things. Is there anything else you want to do in this room?
I don't think so. Or I'm done anyway.
Cool. So I guess if you peek back out in the hallway, you do notice that all the doors that you opened, like the one to the south and the one to the what would be the southwest that you opened, are closed again. So you're now in this hallway. Unexplored is a door to the east and a door to the north.
Yes.
So where would you like to go?
Yeah, can we take a bio break real quick?
Sure, of course. Take a 5-minute break.
All right. Sounds good.
Already.
Go to Germany and wake up Mikey.
I was. Oh, they're all gone.
I'm not gone. What's up?
Oh, I was going to say maybe we ought to, because when we get started at 7, it's like 1 a.m. her time, and I know she's normally a night owl, but we may want to see if, like maybe like a 3 o'clock game on a Saturday or Sunday would work with everyone's time schedule or not. It would make it a lot easier on her, I think.
My weekends are wide open.
'Cause
You're
that
a
would make-
nice, Rush.
well, I am nice, man. It would make it a 9 o'clock game
We
for
can say,
her.
yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
think that's fine. I mean, or we can just mock her whenever she falls asleep, which is kind
Well,
of
I mean, we're going to do that anyway, but
yeah. That's true. That's true. As long as we don't lose that part of it.
no, no, she is. Yes, she will ever be Micah the Restful.
We need to we need to find one of her neighbors and get them to play games with us. That way we can have them wake her up.
That's true.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's true.
Easy as that.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna go get my drink.
Back.
Did you, Daniel? You still there? You?
What's up? Yep.
Oh no, it's cool. It's cool. I was just gonna ask. I thought you were. I didn't think you were taking a break. I was gonna ask you something. It's all good.
Yeah. Go ahead. Ask. I'm just gonna go.
It's not related to the game. I was just gonna ask if you saw that Eldridge Cox thing that's coming
Yeah,
out.
I did the. I did it. Although last year I did the Vaginas Are Magic too, just to make sure I got it, because there's no real in Manhattan. There's like stores, but there's no like RPG stores near me that have, that do RPG Day. So
Yeah, see, there's places that do RPG Day here, but in Miami, the owners of that store were really good friends with me, so they held me Conan and they held me Lamentation. So I might not. I kind of want to pre-order it if I still can.
yeah, I did. I mean, I mostly did it last year because it seemed like he was up in the air whether or not he was even going to do something if enough people didn't like pre-order. So I was like, well, let me do it. And then when it popped up this year, I was like, yeah, I got to do Eldritch Cock to go with my Vaginas Are Magic.
Yeah, I gotta have both of them.
I mean, how can you? So that should be cool. I still want to use the Vaginas Are Magic. It's kind of an interesting system.
Cool. Yeah, I'm trying to get in this Lamentations game, and it was an interest post, and I was thinking that I would create a character that could use try some spells from there. How much was it?
I think it's like $25, $30, something like that. It's not. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I ended up getting a copy for free of Vaginas Are Magic. Well, not really free, but I bought something else from somebody on eBay, and they threw it in.
Oh, cool.
So I ended up getting, because I bought it from a game store. So in the end, I got 2 copies of it because of that. But also, if you order, I don't know if he's doing it this year, but last year with Vaginas Are Magic, if you did the pre-order thing, they signed it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, so that's kind of cool.
So you got a signed copy?
Yes, I have a signed copy, which is pretty good. I mean, so for that reason alone, it's kind of like nice. So
Yeah, I'll probably see if it's still up.
yeah, it's worth it, I think, because then you got it. I mean, the thing is too is it's not super cheap because it's like the price includes shipping, like he's not charging separate shipping, and that's normally what's so expensive for him. So I think the book itself probably wouldn't cost that much if you were to buy it like at a local store once it's for sale, but the shipping is like crazy. So
They're in Finland, right? Or no?
He's definitely in Sweden or
Yeah, sweet. Yeah.
more like that. Yeah, he's definitely over there somewhere. Definitely far from us, so the shipping becomes expensive. But yeah, I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Cool.
Watch a train go across fields.
Carlos, that's about to blow my eardrums out, man. It's too
Oh
loud.
shit! I'm sorry.
It's just too loud.
I'm sorry. It's because it's right next to the. It's almost on my laptop. It's right next to the microphone. Sorry about that.
Dun-dun-dun. Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm good. Yep, sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Take your time. I don't think Crystal's back yet, is she?
Okay, cool.
I never left. I was sitting here listening to you two talk about your magic vaginas and mighty cocks.
Eldritch Cox.
Old cocks, whatever.
The yeah. Anyways, limitations of flame princess. We may have to do that next time. It's always a fun system to run. So everybody's back. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So you're in this room, and you've got a hallway that you can go back down if you want, or into, with exits that you haven't explored to the north and to the east, both of which are doors.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we can go in the door to the east if no one has an objection to that.
Sure. Okay. So Liz is just going to open up the door again. This door opens in. So you open up the door, and much like some of the other rooms that you've been in, there's what looks like scraps and pieces of wood on the ground that are broken up in tiny little pieces. So there's not quite sawdust, but it's definitely like broken up old kind of defuriated wood all over the ground. But the one thing that you do see in this room, it's, by the way, it is a 20-foot square room. So it basically mirrors the other one that you just came out of. What you do see is this a box in the center of the room. It's literally like sitting on the ground in the middle of the room. It's about 1 foot wide, like this way, by about 6 inches by about 2 inches, and it's made out of that protonium metal. It's kind of just sitting on the ground.
I'm sorry, you said that you walk into a room that's how big?
20-foot square.
Okay.
Yeah, and this box is kind of sitting on the ground. Otherwise, it's mostly this kind of broken up wooden stuff that you've seen in other rooms, and the room otherwise is empty.
Okay. Box sitting in the middle of the floor.
Mm-hmm. It's got like a clasp.
Does our thief want to check that out? With the broken hand?
Yeah, Grayson can approach it. Check it.
Sure. Yeah. So it looks like it's about, again, it's just sitting on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 1 foot wide, by about 6 inches deep,
Okay.
and about 2 inches tall. That's a clasp.
I'm gonna finagle with the clasp, see if I can get it open with one hand.
Okay. Yeah. It seems like it's just flipped down over like where you could probably put like a lock or something.
Mm-hmm.
There's no lock on it right now, so you could easily just either flip it up with your finger or whatever.
Yeah, I'll pop it open.
Okay. It's open. And from there, you can probably just open the box if you'd like.
Okay, let's do it.
How do you want to do it? Just grab it.
Just kind of slowly open it. Step back just a little bit, so I'm kind of extending my hand a bit while I lift it, but not that that's going to do anything. But
okay.
Yeah, I'll just open it slowly.
All right. Yeah. So you pick the thing up, and you see this this shimmer, and as you open it up, you actually see in the box two pins. They look to be. They are in the shape of eagles. And below the eagles are 3 stars. Each one looks the same. made of gold. And very, very old.
Said 3 stars
3 stars under like an eagle.
under an eagle, and they look very old.
Yeah, they look like they're pins. They look military-ish. I mean, if you had any kind of background with that, you'd probably...
Grayson would have no idea, but he's going to hold it up and say, some kind of strange ornament. Might be valuable.
And it looks like they're made of gold, so yeah. Look like some that would belong to soldiers.
It's very strange, soldiers. I'm going to go ahead and pocket this for now. Perhaps we can melt it down later.
Yeah, I know you took them, so just keep that in mind, thief.
No. I'm an acquirer of fine goods found in dark places. No
I'm just
thief
saying
here.
that. Yeah, I'm just saying that gold belongs to the party, not just to you.
Of course. I'm just keeping it safe.
Which door did you guys go through? I was having technical difficulties.
That's the east door. And it's a 20-foot square room.
Same in size as the one I'm just in. Okay.
Yep, basically mirrors the other room. What about the box? Do you want to just leave the box? You want to take the box?
How heavy is the box?
It probably weighs maybe 10 pounds. So like 100 coins.
Nice. This is a heavy box.
Yeah, it's made out of metal. It's a solid metal box. The inside though has a little velvet cushion.
Yeah,
Why don't you leave it here and we'll take it when we leave.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. Cool. You put the box back down. Or never picked it up, I guess. What would you like to do here?
All right. I guess we'll go to the north room.
Cool. All right. Yeah, so there's a door in front of you. You know, just open it up.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. This is also a 20-foot square room. This one, so if you were to draw this room on your map,
What are you
you're
doing in
basically
there?
entering in through the south wall, obviously, but the southwest corner of a 20-foot square room. So basically, immediately to your right is a wall, and then it goes 20 feet the other way. I'm sorry, immediately to your left is a wall. Okay. So this room looks the same in the sense that it's the same size. There's some of this like wood fragments everywhere, all over the ground. You do see on the east wall, on the northern part of the east wall, there's a mirror. It's mounted on the wall. It is in a silver frame. Let's see. Also on the
How big was the room again? I'm sorry.
20-foot square.
Oh, same. Okay.
Yep. Also on the north wall, the center of the north wall, is a maybe 6-inch round hole, about 5.5 feet up off the ground. And sticking out of this hole are wires, red and blue. I believe. Let me just check.
On the north, it's a what sticking out of the wall?
There's a hole in the wall, and about 5
And
inches
that's-
maybe. And there's
Is that
wires.
directly in front of us?
Yep.
Okay.
This.
That's probably where that Liz is going to say that's probably where that scone came from. There's wires coming out of it. It's a hole the wires are coming out of.
And the mirror was where?
On the east wall, the northern corner of the east wall.
Liz will go over and admire her reflection.
Yep, you're looking good.
Okay. And nothing but you said broken pieces of wood and stuff on the ground?
Yep. It's
With
like
an with an 18 intelligence and like having and knowing this world and stuff, have we ever heard of two-way mirrors?
Probably not. No. I don't think that's that common of a thing.
Your Shova's going to search the floor while she messes with the mirror. Search the room.
Yeah. So is this mirror like embedded in the wall, like, or is it on the wall? Like, could I look behind it?
It appears to be attached to the wall. I mean, it's definitely a frame on the wall, so it's coming out of the wall a bit. But if you were to look around the edges of it, it looks like it's flush.
Okay.
Did
Yeah, but you don't find anything of note beyond the wood.
okay.
Is there last one?
Sure, we'll just go. And then just kind of move back out into the hallway.
Anyone want a piece of mirror? Might be useful for looking around corners before we go around them.
I've heard of superstitions that breaking mirrors would bring bad luck.
Meh, I don't believe in superstitions. Oh, no one wants it. I mean,
Yeah,
there's no reason to break it then.
I would not want one, no.
Okay. Well, just leave the mirror behind then.
Leave it be. You'll make too much noise, kind of like that singer back there.
Yeah, good point.
He goes,
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be any other exits from this room besides the door to the south, which you just came from.
It's just odd that they would build this all the way back here. And there's nothing here. Like, why would there be so many guards back in this area?
Well, the ones in the room right there around the corner, I don't know that they were guards. They were digging. The guards were down in the large room to the south.
Where are all these weapons you speak of? You said there would be weapons here.
It was only a guess.
where are the weapons? Come on.
I mean, but it just doesn't make sense. Like, there should be more to this. Hey, thief, check the room for those secret doors. Or don't, whatever.
Did Marcus fall asleep too?
I think he's on a phone call. He's soon.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, he did say that.
In any case, yeah, he looks around. I roll for him. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem to be any other way out of this room.
So,
All right. Well, I guess I was wrong. Sorry, I brought us all the way back here for nothing.
you never know until you explore.
That's just disappointing. Just all the way back here for a mirror. It's just
well,
weird.
you found a sack.
Yeah. So your Shova would just kind of pat her on the
Yeah.
shoulder one time and say, "Well, there are still doors left, my friend."
Maybe doors that lead to more mirrors.
Perhaps. And then her and Donald would start making their way south down back to the main barracks room down the hallway.
Yeah, when we pass that chest, I'm going to Bane and pick up the chest and take it back to that main room too. Then.
Okay.
Your Shova would pull out her map and then say, "Well, we can go back to this room here and try the other two doors. One of the other two doors."
Yes, I say you pick which one reading we should go.
Yeah, I tried and I was way off.
I say research facility. What do you say, your shovel?
Oh my gosh.
She
I just thought someone tried to pull the scone off the wall because they thought there was a secret door. Just like I do.
She kind of looks at Liz like, so you mean they pulled it off thinking it was the secret door?
They pulled it thinking it was a. You've seen those, right? I mean, we would have seen something like that before, right?
Doors?
Like a hatch?
Yeah, like like you pull a lever, and then one of those fancy doors that the rich people have, they slide open.
Oh, I see. Yes. Well, I can see where. Yes, I can see how that mistake would be
That's why
made.
they pulled the thing off.
So as she makes her way back to the octagonal room,
Mhm.
Yershova would turn and say, well, if so, as far as I would surmise, the emergency generator passage would probably allow us to find relic type items like the guns that you found or other pieces of lost technology, but the research facility might have treasures of a different kind, but either one could lead us to better information and to possibly better riches, depending on what you're in it for. So I guess at this point it would be what kind of things are we seeking? Do we want technological treasures, or do we seek other kinds? It's a research facility, but we don't know what they research.
Well, personally, I seek fortune and actual gold treasure, like what the thief found earlier in that chest.
Well, I am not the smartest when it comes to things like this, but wisdom would say that probably will not be found in the generator core.
Well, might be true.
But I could be wrong as well. But
The other place is called the research facility, right?
Any other what? Yeah, it's the subsurface research facility. And
Well, the research facility seems to me less likely to have something. Well, I guess not. Maybe. I mean, maybe they could have been researching gold. I don't know.
I like you, I do not know either. But Athanasius feels that we should go to the research facility, and I admit that I am intrigued.
I feel like the reason why they were here will be answered in that area.
Well, you know what? I mean, yeah, we do have light. So long as these ceilings are providing us light, then we should be fine. So yeah, I guess we could go there. And then if we find that there's no light up ahead, maybe go to the generator and try to find that power that that our cleric friend told us of.
So it sounds like we are going to try the door to the research facility.
The research facility door.
Yes.
Let's see. The northeast door reads, okay, so the east door, okay, so right, the east door.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. So, who's opening the door? Liz still?
Grayson could have.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, whoever wants to open the door is fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I guess Grayson will go ahead and play with it.
Everybody's super cautious.
All right, yeah. So you pull the door open towards you, and you're looking. And again, this is all lit, so you can see right down. You're looking at a stairway going down. It goes down about It's like a 10-foot square, but it goes down about 1 story, basically, about 10 feet.
Is it end in a door or?
No,
Or
it
is
does not. And it goes down to a hallway, but you can't really see because you're at the top of the stairs. So you'd have to.
Okay.
Yeah, because the ceilings here are only normal height. So you can see that it only goes down about 1 story, like 10 feet, but then it flattens out, but you can't see beyond that without going forward.
Yeah. So your shiver would go, well, they said subsurface.
So down it is, yeah.
So when you get to the bottom of the stairs, the hallway, including the square with the stairs in it, is 30 feet long. At the end of the 30 feet, there's a door directly in front of you, so that'd be on the west. But also the hallway turns to the right. So basically it goes down to 30 feet and it turns to the right, which is the south. You can see that from where you're at. So as you approach the door, you can see that the hallway turns. So you've got 30 foot and then going to the south.
Okay.
So you get to the door and you're looking down the hallway to the south. You can see that it goes 10 more feet and then it goes down another story, which you can't see beyond that until you get. But you can see more stairs going down.
Okay.
There's a door to the east, or there's stairs going down just a little bit further in the hallway.
Shall we try the doors as we go?
There's a door on the east side once we turn that corner.
Oh,
Yeah.
before you get to the corner. It's
Before
like
you
right
turn
at
the
the corner. Yeah.
It's like you walk down the hallway. If you keep walking straight, you'll walk right into the door. But as you get to the door, if you turn to the right, there's stairs that go down immediately.
That's correct. After 10 feet.
After 10 feet, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess we should try that. Well, is there any writing on that door?
There's no writing on the door.
Okay. I'll open up the door.
Sure. Cool. So you open the door, and you are entering into this room. It's a 20-foot square room. You're entering in the south west corner of the room. So that's where the door is. It is 20-foot square. It is relatively empty. You do see, though, that in the northwest corner, there's a 5-foot wide protonium metal disc. It's basically the floor is made out of this white material. Again, like this whole place is. Right in the corner, there's a disc of the other material. It's flush with the ground, but it's basically, you can see the floor is made out of that.
It's in the west corner?
Okay.
Okay.
Next to it, there is a large lever on the wall, and it is
Ugh.
in the up position.
So your Shova would walk over to it and see if there's any kind of writing or instructions or labels.
You definitely see that it says on the wall up, and then in the lower part of where you pull it down, it says down.
Don't touch it.
Oh, don't worry.
If it's in the up position, it's probably in the up position for a reason.
What do you make of this?
I don't know. Maybe
What if it be a secret door that gets pulled down and opened? Says Athanasius.
Well, do you wish to try it? She says, kind of with a smirk.
just let us get out of the ring first.
I think I'll wait till I see traces of a secret door.
Grayson's going to slip out of the room if they're going to be playing with this live room.
I don't think we are.
Steps backward.
Find you. Liz is not.
Oh man, where's the sense of adventure?
Now if everybody's leaving, I think about it again. He doesn't feel like he has too much to lose.
We could just try the lever without standing on the circle, maybe. She kind of looks around.
Athanasius glances around, sees everyone leaving, and walks back over and kind of looks at Yashova hopingly,
Oh.
and he yanks it down.
You know what? I have an idea. Well, never mind. You just yank it down.
Huh?
And he just yanked it down, right?
Yeah.
Oh shoot! I have a rope too.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Cool. So everybody's outside in the hallway, right? And you're kind of waiting to see what's going to happen here. And Yashova is going to pull down this lever.
Well, Athanasius pulled it down, actually.
While he
And
was
where's
looking,
Yashova? She's in the room with
She's standing near Athanasius with like her shield up like this, like she's nervous but excited at the same time.
you. All right. Everybody else is in the hallway.
Mhm.
Dane would have actually been standing just inside the doorway from the hall, so like on the opposite side of where that leather is.
Okay. So like kind of in the doorway.
Yeah, he's just
All
sitting
right,
there
makes sense.
in case anything needs a reaction done.
We're so gonna die.
Cool. Awesome. So you pull on that thing as hard as you can, and it doesn't budge. It's very, very, very stuck. However, those of you in the hallway that hiding in there and not paying attention to the thing didn't see these things sneak up on you apparently because you're surprised. And let's see who's in the hallway and who do they attack. Grayson. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No, she was in the room. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if I roll a 6, I'll so Liz and they both attack Liz. Joy to be you.
Uh-oh.
Armor class though. So these birds come flying at you, and they're kind of like they kind of look like chickens. Everything looks like a chicken to me. Actually, you've kind of seen these before, except these ones are kind of glowing green.
What?
Ooh, 20. So that definitely hits you. 7, which misses. So you get hit once.
Is my shield shatter?
You're surprised, so I'm going to say you probably can't do that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, because they're surprised. That would be like a reaction. Well, you know what, though? I never said that before. So, okay, you can do that. So it doesn't hit you. I never said that before, but in the future, you won't be able to do that. If you're
No, I
surprised.
mean, no, it's fine. Just go ahead and give me damage. With you, yeah, I was surprised, and no, I want to take damage now. So just
Oh my gosh. Let me just see how much damage these things do.
Damage is the easy part. Just wait till the extra.
The damage is easy.
You're gonna end up with a broken hand or something.
Or the
You're going to be green.
She's gonna be like Spider Woman now.
Yeah, she's going to be radiated green.
Turn green.
I was taken by surprise. I shouldn't have been able to shield smash it. So
Yeah.
that's why I'll take the damage, how much ever it is, and whatever.
Attack. Okay, so they only do a D3.
Okay,
So 2 points.
Ow.
And that's it. The other one bounces off you, unsuccessfully attacking. Now, actually, let me do this. Okay, just I can leave this open. Now we can roll initiative, and you might as well, since you're engaged with them, you can roll initiative for the party. Crystal,
Okay.
they got a 4.
I'm going to go ahead and try and roll my attack as well.
Nice.
So I got a 1 for initiative.
Okay, cool. All right, anybody? They're gonna go first. So I think they auto damage if they hit you. Let's say when they attack, blah blah. Okay, so it auto damages, but I need to roll. Actually, roll a d6 for me, Crystal.
6.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so you take 2 more points of damage.
Right.
As this nasty green thing is stuck to you, trying to suck the life out of you. The other one is going to go after. Oh, I'm on the wrong guy. Actually, I'll roll a d4 because it can't go after you. because you're already occupied. So one. So Bane. This time, this one's going to go after you. It gets past the rest of the party.
Okay.
You're in the doorway, and this thing is attacking you with a 19. That's going to hit
Ooh,
you.
yeah.
So this does 1 point of damage,
All right.
and it's stuck into you. So it's like a green mosquito. And now it's on you guys. Oh, is anybody moving? I'm sorry, psionics. I have to keep remembering that first. Do you want to do psionics, Donald?
Yes.
Okay.
So 1d6, right?
D6, yeah.
Yep.
There's two of these things. One is on Bane, and the other one is on Liz.
So he focuses it to the one that's on Liz, and you can see him struggling, but he can't seem to get anything to. You just see him doing that whole thing where he looks like he's struggling, and then just nothing happens, like he's winding up.
Okay. Anybody moving?
Athanasius is gonna put his axe on his back and take out his crossbow. Can he still move?
I think that's all the moving you'll be able to do because that's kind of a big process.
That's what
Anybody else moving?
I guess would Tracy be able to move up? I guess.
Yeah, you're in the hallway. You could actually attack.
So that's what she'll be doing. I guess Grayson will attack as well.
Okay. Yeah, you're both in the hallway. You don't have to move very far. Anybody else need to make a significant move? Nope. So melee, I'm just going to go left to right. Well, actually, you already rolled yours, right, Crystal? Did you hit?
No, I got a total of 4.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't hit. Okay, so Athanasius is changing weapons. What's Cece doing?
She's staying behind Athanasius, and she's pulling out her club and gripping it in front of her face, shaking a little bit.
Okay. I mean, I assume she was in the hallway, but okay, she came in with Athanasius, I guess.
Oh, that's true. So she's moving back then towards Athanasius, not taking out her club. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. It was already attacked. What about Yeshova?
So Yoshova is in the room, and these guys are in the hallway. So I guess is Bane still plugged in the doorway?
Yeah, well, there's one on Bane. You could attack that one. But
Okay, yeah, that's what I'll do. That's what she'll do. So she is, and I got a nat 20 on her.
Nice, that hits.
And so she has a mace. That's a D6, right?
A D6 for a mace. Yep.
Okay. And that time I got a 4.
4. Okay, you hit the one on Bane, and it definitely hurts it a lot, but it is not dead. Boof, Bane.
Yeah, I'm going to see your shoulder run up there and make a good connection with that one. Bane's just trying to slice at it with his long sword in his hand.
Okay.
And that's going to be a 15, so that's going to hit armor class 4.
That,
No, you broke up, Daniel. I didn't hear you.
that definitely hits, yeah.
Okay, yeah, 6 damage then with the long sword.
It kills it. So you chop this thing, and it bursts in blood and like green goo all over the ground.
Ugh.
Pretty nasty.
He just kind of just jumps back away from it and don't step in that.
Okay. Grayson / Tracy.
All right, let's see.
There's one on Liz.
One on Liz. Yeah, we'll go for that one then. So Grayson will attack first with a 9. I don't think that'll hit. And Tracy, the longer sword.
You're gonna need a 12.
She has a 16 plus whatever her bonus is.
Yeah, that hits. You only need a 12.
I don't know if she has one level 1. Yeah, cool. And 4 damage.
Nice. Okay, you heard it. It's not quite dead.
Okay.
That's the end of that round. So initiative again. Crystal. Ooh, 6.
6.
Simultaneous. Let's just, because it auto, well, whatever, we can just do it at the same time. You can actually attack it first because it's on you.
Okay. I do a total of 16 hits armor class 3.
Nice. Yep, that definitely hits. The armor class is only 7.
Okay, and for 5 damage.
Nice, that kills it. Okay, however, roll a d6.
1.
1. Okay, so you don't take any damage, but well, actually, I don't know that yet. Hold on a second. Oh God, actually, this is bad. So you roll a d6.
Mm-hmm.
What do it?
I rolled a. Wait, you want me to roll another one?
Yep. Instead of drawing blood from you, it spits some of this goo back into you. That has
4.
4. Okay. That's cool. You do get a save. Versus poison though.
Okay. I fail.
Okay. You. What's your strength?
16.
Okay. Your strength is now 17. But your charisma drops by 1 point because you now glow green a bit.
Sweet, you're on steroids.
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. You just got a green tinge going on.
Okay.
So -1 charisma, +1 to strength, and it is dead.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, you're like a little like jacked up now. You're like,
My charisma was a 15, so I mean, not that bad.
yeah, it's a -1 to it. You got like a little green tinge going on. You're kind of glowing, but not like enough to really significantly do anything. But you've got like a little greenish under your skin tone. You know, which might be attractive to frogs, or whatever, but in general, it's not.
Say when the time for the debauchery, that could be your selling point right there.
There you go.
You ever been
Cool.
with a
All right. Yes,
chick,
you
buddy?
have been radiated, but
Athanasius still thinks you're beautiful.
I mean, what do you go? So yeah, these things are dead. Even with all your strength pulling on that thing, Athanasius, it didn't budge at all.
It'll be interesting when I do engage to in debauchery to see if when the guy pulls out of his penis also glow green.
Anyway, is there any more doors in this room?
There appears to be no other way out of this room. The only way forward that you can see that's visible right now is the hallway to the south that leads to stairs going down.
No, I guess we keep going that way.
Yeah, and you think that's where the birds came from too, because the doors all around you are closed. Okay, so you go just 10 feet south from the door, and then there's a set of stairs that take up 1 10-foot square and go down 1 flight, basically 10 feet. And then it goes. Then when you get to the bottom of the stairs, the hallway then turns to the west. So it would be a left-hand turn. Let's see, it goes 20 feet, and then you go down 2. Assuming you're going to keep going forward, unless you tell me not to. Then you go down 2 more flights of stairs. So now you've gone out a total of 4 flights of stairs, and you're at a T section. You can go north or south. At this point, you're kind of like right at the section right now.
I'm sorry, I missed what happened. So we go down the stairs.
You go down the stairs,
Mhm.
and then basically, as soon as you get to the stairs and that like next square that's after the stairs, you turn to the west, to the east. I'm sorry, so the left. For you, as you're going down the stairs, with the east, you go 20 feet, including the first square you were in, and then there's 2 more sets of stairs going down, both going to the east. So you go down 2 more flights of stairs. So that makes that part of the hallway 40 feet long total before you get to a T section, which you could then go left or right, which is north or south. And I'll put you like right at the edge, and then if you want to like explore from there, you can. But you're right at the bottom of the stairs now. So you've got now a total of 4 flights of stairs.
What is that?
Okay, so we go down those stairs, and then right after we go down those stairs, there's a cutoff.
Yeah, when you're at a T section now. There's no door; it's like a T. So basically, you can go left or right.
When we came down from the room that had the lever in it, when we went down the stairs, did it just turn to the east, or did it?
The stairs did not turn. It was the next square after the stairs. So you went down the stairs, then 1 square, then you turned.
Okay, but there was no other way to go. It was like a
That's
one-way
correct.
turn.
You're right. There's nowhere to go, so I'm just putting you in the straight line.
That's what I wanted to know. Okay, cool.
I'm hoping I'm drawing this right because I'm not confident at all that I am.
We'll compare when it's over and see how we did.
Yeah, Okay, so it becomes relevant when you get deeper in the dungeon, when you can just go, we go in, we turn left, we turn right, we turn left, and that's what you want to know.
Gotcha.
That's the important part. Okay, so you're basically at the bottom of the set of stairs, and you're in a T intersection. You can go to the north or to the south. And if you were to look to the north, it looks like it opens up into a room after about 10 feet.
North or south? Okay, I know I did it wrong then because I'm heading either east or west here.
Mm-hmm.
What about the other way? Is it a door or is it open area?
The way to the south is a hallway that goes down a bit, and to the way to the north, it goes only about 10 feet or so, then opens up into a room, which you could probably look into if you wanted to, like, kind of creep up there. But I'm putting you right at the bottom.
Okay.
Before you make it.
Grayson, you think you could go up there and look first?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at being quiet. Y'all just don't make a ruckus.
Tell the singer to quit singing back there.
She's back there. The stairway of mystery leads me to where, but it is fair that we will search.
And
Jason just starts walking off.
Okay, so you head to the north, and like I said, it only goes about 10 feet. Once you get, like, you guys are at the bottom of the stairs, you kind of like, they're waiting kind of on the stairs, I guess. You turn, you go 10 feet to the north, and it opens up into a room that is 30 feet wide by 20 feet deep. You're in the center of the south wall, so it basically goes in both directions from you. Directly across from you is a door, so on the north wall. And on the northeast wall, basically, there's a hallway coming off to the east. So basically, it's a passage. However, beyond that, you're kind of looking at the room. But what really catches your eyes is that this room is loaded with. I do want me to say treasure, but I'm not going to.
No.
Approximately 15 of the metal men that you encountering. These ones look like the ones you just faced in the other area, with parts of their bodies are bone, and they seem to be arguing over a bunch of fingers, bone fingers, not like actual fingers.
Okay.
They're
I
like-
assume they haven't spotted me.
They haven't seen you. Nope.
Okay, so I'm gonna quietly and swiftly head back and tell the party. Explain to them about 15 or so of these things. They're arguing over fingers.
Yeah, you saw like a small pile of fingers in the center, and they seem to be like either gambling or arguing, or you couldn't
I
quite
feel
figure.
like we should take their fingers. We could perhaps bribe them this way.
I feel like we shouldn't try to fight 15 of them.
Now, where's your sense of adventure?
Okay, good point.
All right, let's go look this other way first, at least.
Yeah, I don't have a death wish.
When you said it was 30 wide by 20 deep, can you give me the exits from the room again?
Sure. The hallway in which you came is on the south wall, center of the south wall.
Right.
Directly across to the north is a door.
Okay.
And on the east wall, the north square of that, because it's 2 squares of 20 feet, is a hallway going off to the east.
Okay.
Not
Got
a
it.
door.
Got it.
And you couldn't really see down there from his position, so that's what you can see.
I'm gonna call them digger bots. Okay. So Sherva would just kind of look at the warriors of the group for how they wanted to proceed.
Now let's look this other way first before we take on Robot.
No one haven't have any bandages, do they? Because I could use one or two.
I do not.
Your Shova has a couple, but didn't you say they spoil after a while?
Yeah, you're about 7 days out on them.
Okay.
So there's a 20% chance of poison, but we don't know that.
You know they go bad, but you don't know the exact percentage. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I would hold out and say I have a few, but they may be starting to get a bit ripe. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'm hurting pretty badly, so at this point, I'll take the chance.
So she would just kind of hold them out to you to see. I don't know how many you'd want to use.
We only got
Uh-huh.
hit, right? So you
Huh?
only got hit.
Well, I got hit by that log, but I didn't think about it then. That was for like 5 damage.
Yeah. It's
And then the last hit I took was for 2 damage.
yeah.
So
Yeah. The
Yeah, I'll
log
just-
do now. It would be too late, and also that kind of damage you can't really. It's more like battle wound type stuff. Not,
okay. I took 3 damage total in that last battle. So
Right.
I'll just try taking 1 bandage for now. I only have a 20% chance to get poison. I'm sorry, I know that's metagaming, but
I thought you had intelligence, girl. You're hurt. You want to go in there and face 15 robots?
well, I mean, this is why I'm trying to patch up right now, in case we have to do that.
So she hands you one of the bandages.
All right. So hold on a second here. So the bandages.
Do you want me to roll for it, or you? Or
Okay. So use up 3 days. Okay. Yes, you've got. It's been six days. I'll say not 7. Even though it's probably more like 7. So there's a 30% chance that it will be poison. Yeah, I gotta roll. I have to roll to see if it's poisonous or not.
wait, so it'll be a 6. Wait, I thought it would only be a 20% because it's been 6 days. I thought it was every 3 days.
After
It went up
3 days.
10%.
Yeah, 3 times 10 is 30.
It changed after 3 days.
3 days they're fine. After 3 days, 10% per day. So day 4, 5, and 6.
I thought it was like every 3 days it was another 10%.
Oh no. Every day after that.
That's how it read, like in the rolls. But okay, I understand.
Okay. Did you still want to try to use it?
Yeah, I'll still try to recover 2 hit points. Why not?
Okay, but you can only recover 1 because you're only actually wounded 1 time.
Yeah, but I'll recover 2 hit points because I was wounded. I had took 2 damage that last turn.
Okay, but
That
the bandage only heals 1 point.
Oh, I thought it healed. Oh, okay, I see. Oh,
One
it
hit.
only heals 1 point.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, that is how it
It's
does.
basically, even though you
That
took
is how it
damage
works.
twice, it was from a single wound. So yeah, you put the bandage on, and you are healed 1 hit point.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I kind of make a face of, oh, that seems real good as it slathers the peck I took earlier.
You're still green though.
Yeah,
Okay, so
so very good.
okay, so what do you want to do? What do you want to do now?
Bane is going for down the other way to check out. I don't know what everybody else suggested.
Grayson will be there with Bane, I think. Tracy and Tim.
Cool.
Athanasius.
All right. Yeah. So you head south. The hallway goes 30 feet, and then it turns to the east. And there's no other doors between there and there. So it turns to the east after 30 feet. And after 20 feet after that, it opens up into a room. Okay, so this room is east to west. It's 30 feet. North to south, it's 40 feet. And the hallway by which you're entering in is on the east wall, 20 feet down. So basically, there's 10 feet more room above you or north of you, and 20 feet more room below you.
Okay. So we're in the center. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you're not. You can't really be in the center because it's not 5 squares. But all right. So you look into this room, and the one other thing is on the same wall you're coming in. So the east wall, all the ways to the south, is a door.
You said it was.
It's on the east wall, but it's on the southern corner.
You said it was 20 by 40.
It's 30 by 40.
30 by 40.
30 feet east to west, 40 feet north to south.
Okay. And where was that other door?
It is in the southeast corner. on the east wall. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else in the room of note?
Yeah. So there's a dragon. No, I'm just kidding. So there's basically the floor is littered with like lots of glass. Like you probably definitely wouldn't want to walk around barefoot, but it's not going to be a problem if you're in boots or whatever. And there's some small like pieces, mostly kind of corroded pieces of metal as well. But otherwise, the room is empty.
Athanasius will pick up one of the pieces of metal and start inspecting it.
Okay. It looks like it's probably some kind of like a what would be equivalent of like aluminum for us, like some kind of an alloy, like a lightweight metal alloy. And it looks like it's very old, so it started to like kind of corrode with time. And it looks broken, like something broke it.
Could be remains from some of those metal creatures.
Okay. I guess your Shova and Donald would search the room, I guess, or anything else.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are looking around the room, searching up and everything, and everybody's in the room now. Y'all came down here, right?
Yeah. Grayson poking around as well.
Yeah, you guys are poking around the room. Let's see. Bane's also looking, Tony.
I don't think he would be looking through all that scraps. I mean, he would be in the room, kind of listening to hear if anything's coming anyway, any direction.
Yeah, I'm assuming when people are searching, they're looking for like any like secret doors or compartments or things like that. Because the glass and stuff is pretty obvious what it is. Like it's not like piles of it. It's just like scattered. So you won't find any like loot that at least you don't think you would anyways. All right, you don't seem to find any thing that seems of any great value in here besides the glass, and there doesn't seem to be any kind of doors or you don't hear anything when you're listening at the door. Oh, actually, maybe you do hear something. Hold on. So Bane is listening at the door. Actually. Yeah, you're listening and like everybody's searching around. They don't seem to be finding anything, and you're probably deciding what to do next. And you hear actually, Bane, the sound of something or things, probably more likely, walking down the hallway it sounds like a hallway anyways, to you on the other side of this door. Roll a d6.
I didn't say the footfalls like getting closer or going away. I rolled a 5.
Okay, yeah, it sounds like they're getting closer, but it's hard to say how many. It's definitely more than one, but it could be as many as 5. Like it's hard to really say because you can't really hear them that well. But they're definitely.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get Grayson's attention and point towards the door and make some kind of motion for him to understand that something's coming.
Yeah, Grayson will acknowledge it and signal Tracy to be prepared as well.
Okay.
And I guess Bane would kind of maybe, if I know what direction the door is going to open, I'm going to stand behind it. Like if it opens up, I'll be behind it, he'd behind it.
Okay. Yeah, it opens into the room, so it would be it's going to open basically to the north. So right. Yeah, it opens that way. So you can get behind it, sure. So after a minute or less, you hear the footsteps. They're definitely getting closer, and the door opens. And I'll give you guys a surprise because you're waiting for them. 2 of those funky half bone, half metal guys walk through the door.
Yeah, I'm just going to chop down on it with my longsword there. When the first one that comes through. Let's see. Ooh, that's not too good. Armor class 7.
7, I think, is what they are. Hold on. These guys. No, they're AC 6, so just misses.
Yep. He misses out of my way, then.
Okay. How about Tracy and Grayson?
Yeah, try to do the same. Try to attack. Let's see. So Grayson rolled a 14.
Okay.
I'll have to keep track of
That's an,
Hits. Yep, you only need a 13.
okay. 1 damage. And Tracy, 16 and 3 damage.
Nice. You're attacking the same one, or
Yeah, on the same one.
okay? Then that's enough to kill it.
Okay, great. So yeah, Tracy will
Target one,
smash
and
it in.
it goes down really quickly. Unfortunately, Bane's blow, misses or bounces off or whatever. You hit a solid part of the metal. So let's do initiative.
Well, can Donald get an attack as well?
Well, you guys were searching the room. These guys were.
Oh yeah, he was. All right, you're right.
So, but now you can because it's initiative. Actually, you can roll initiative this turn.
Okay. I got a 3.
2 for them. Okay, so first, and Sanax is first. So now Donald can attack.
Right. And he got a 2.
2. All right, so 2d6.
Wow, that's an 11.
Okay, that blows it to pieces. Yeah, these 2 things walk through, and you guys immediately hack them down. And you can tell, like I said, that these are similar to what you saw. The very first ones that you fought were 100% metal, looked really well taken care of. These guys that you've been encountering lately are like half bone and not looking the best in shape.
Yeah, Donald explodes that one as these shards and bits just go all over Bane's beard and face, and he just starts wiping it off like he would wipe egg or mud off his face.
Yeah.
Donald would say, apologies, my friend.
Well, at least you hit. I didn't.
Your Shrivel would just kind of pat Donald on the back a little bit.
Good boy.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you want to do now?
I guess Bane would, since he's closest to the door, he look down the hallway they come from and see what he could see.
The hallway is 50 feet long.
Ooh.
So it ends after 50 feet. And at the end of the hallway, in the last square, basically, on the north wall is a door. But otherwise, there's no other doors or anything in the hallway or any breaks that you can see.
You said 50 feet?
It's a 50-foot long hallway.
And a door on the north at the end.
Yep.
Okay. So just kind of look at everyone and shrug, say we can continue, or go back to the other room.
Say we go forward to where they come from, and Singing Girl can close this door behind us.
Yes. Let us go. And yes, Cece, please stay behind and make sure everything is secure.
Okay.
I guess we go down the hall.
Okay, so you guys head down the hallway. Again, there's a door, same kind of door you've been encountering.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess your shovel will take a turn to opening the door this time.
Nice.
She'll listen at it first.
You don't hear anything. It sounds pretty quiet on the other side.
Okay. So she would just kind of pull the door open. Does it pull into the hallway or push into the...
This one opens up into the hallway.
Okay, so she would pull it open in the hallway and just kind of peek in through the door to see what she sees.
Okay. This is going to be hard to describe.
Yay!
Get ready to test your mapping skills. Not that it has to be important.
Sweet.
Okay, so it's a large room. You're actually in the southwest corner, but on the south wall, basically, when you open the door, obviously, because you open the door up and you're looking into this room.
Okay.
The room is 60 feet north to south.
Okay.
Okay. at the 50 foot mark, going north to south. Well, actually, at the 40-foot mark, it is 40 feet wide. Okay. At the 50 feet mark, it's also 40 feet wide. So it's basically wide up there. All the way to the very top of the room, the two corners are cut off. So it's almost like if the room was square, but the corners are cut off like this.
Oh, okay.
Okay. This is the easy part.
God damn. Okay.
Now, if you take the west, I'm sorry, the east wall, as it's drawn, basically from what I've described to you, and you take the most bottom part that you've drawn so far, and you draw a diagonal line from that to the door that you're at now, that's what that side looks like. It basically slides up. So in other words,
it goes from the door immediately diagonal or an angled wall all the way.
Right.
Okay.
Always up for 40 feet. So basically, it ends at 40 feet, so it's 30 feet up. So basically, you're the first square. You have the first square, and then there's like a half a square, a diagonal square, and then the next one's 2 squares in the diagonal, then 3 squares in the diagonal, and then it's.
Okay, and the corners are cut off at both the northwest and the northeast.
That's correct. That wasn't how it was great. All right, so now there is a exit or whatever, a hallway going at the northwest side of the room, not in the cutoff corner, but the next box over. So the second one over, there's a passage going to the diagonal to the northwest out of that.
Does it lead from the north wall or from the
north wall? Yep. Not from the slice, but from the north wall.
You said northwest corner?
Yeah, if you take not the northwest corner, but the next square over.
Right. Okay, and it goes off to the
northwest.
Northwest. Okay, so it would be like
looks like
this.
Oh,
Okay.
You can see how far that goes from here. Okay, the other notable features in this room are as follows. So this room, it has a lot of tables in it. All the tables are covered with like beakers and glass pitchers and all kinds of funky alchemical looking stuff, right? There's probably like about six tables in here. In addition to that, what's that?
Does this look right? Pretty right?
Hold on, I gotta bring it up so you can see. Hold on. Yeah, that's pretty close. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
All right, lots of tables.
Yeah, lots of tables in here. There's like 6 tables in here. They're covered with glass supplies, like will look like alchemical stuff. The only thing is that you don't see any liquid in most of them. They all look like they're dried up and stuff. It's also very dusty. In the center of the room, though, is a metal disc on the floor. Okay, so it's like a 5-foot metal disc. I remember the whole place is this white material. There's like this metal disc on the floor. Floating above the metal disc is a brilliant sphere of white light, 8 feet wide. It's like a ball of light floating in the middle of the room.
Said 8 feet wide?
Yep, it's 8 feet wide. Yep. Yeah, the metal disc on the floor is only like 5 feet wide or whatever, so it's bigger than the thing, but it's floating above the thing. It's like kind of like in the air. So it basically almost reaches the ceiling. It's like a foot off the floor and a foot off the ceiling, basically. In addition to that, on the east wall, so the east wall, right where that diagonal comes up, Brush, right where it goes flat again, that flat part of the east wall,
right?
There's a 10-foot section of featureless protean metal. That's that stuff the doors are made out of.
Okay.
So again, most of this place is this white material the whole thing's been made out of. But in the center of the room, there's a disc, and then that wall has that metal part. This ball is floating and covering the room with light. And there's a bunch of tables in here with glass beakers and such.
Is that metal part in the center of that east wall?
It's a 10-foot. No, it's at the lower.
Right where the angle meets.
Yeah, where the angle meets, exactly.
Okay.
There's 5 beholders and a zombie. There's nothing in here living or robotic that you can see at this moment, anyways. And that's what you're looking at. It's pretty.
So,
cool to look at, but it's very weird and big.
Yershova, as she peeks in and sees all that, she kind of looks back at the party and says, "Oh my gosh!" And she opens the door, and walks in, and says, "It's like it's an old abandoned apothecary. But what is this?" And then she like holds a hand out toward the big light ball and starts walking toward it.
Perhaps it's a god.
That's no god. I've spoken to God many a time in a tavern.
She looks at you and says, "One should not mock the gods."
Well, I'm like legitimately. I've heard of gods appearing like light people.
Well, actually, I mean, there may be some gods that are in taverns because they're on the screens everywhere. So they
That's true. So Yershova would walk toward the light with like her hammer and sickle holy symbol
Mhm.
in her hands, and as she walked toward it, I mean, she wouldn't get like right up to it, but she'd move up to it and just start saying, just reciting prayers, asking for guidance.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
Bane is staying back. He's moved to the back of the party. He doesn't like this light situation at all.
I'm with Bane.
Athanasius is heading inside, and he kind of turns around and gives two fingers, come hither to this Fifi, and she doesn't look like she wants to come, but she listens. Okay.
Does she sing a songs about the light?
She's a little nervous. If she sang a song right now, her voice would be shaking too. But yeah, so no, not yet. Maybe if if she can a bit.
Okay, so the light doesn't seem to be giving off any kind of heat, but it's definitely bright. Like as you get close to it, it's like it's almost like looking at like a light, like it's bright in your eyes, like a hard light.
Is there anything in the light that I can see other than just bright light?
No.
Okay.
It's almost like too bright to look at in a sense. It's almost like the sun, but it's
All right.
You don't see anything inside there that's.
She's going to keep praying at the light and trying to see what she can figure out. And it's floating right above the disc, right?
That's correct.
So she would also she would probably kneel down and try and hold her eyes like this so she could try and get a good look at the disc. And Donald will actually like do his usual of searching the room kind of thing.
Okay. Sure. I guess she would notice too as she's getting close to, she's really examining it, that there is also another disc. You didn't see it right away because it was so bright. That seems to match that disc, but on the ceiling. So it's between two discs in a sense. All right, I'll search in the room. Cool. Nothing that seems like any kind of a secret door or anything. There's all this these supplies. Do you want to touch any of it? I mean, you can see the does anyone want to? What is Donald touching that stuff, or is he just like looking for any?
You mean like the alchemy looking supply thing? Probably not, because Donald knows that he is completely clueless at such things.
Okay. Yeah, so he's searching the walls and stuff for other ways out, or any kind of like switches or controls or something. And he doesn't seem to find anything that he can recognize as anything of interest.
Athanasius.
All right.
Athanasius wants to search through the alchemical materials, and as he does, or as he approaches, she becomes entranced, and her face, she's looking at the light. Oh, and she starts to sing, "Globe of wonder, globe of light, globe of fire, burning bright."
You hear Grayson grunt beneath his white mask there. He's always wearing.
Oh boy. So do you touch any of the stuff, the supplies?
Yeah, he's going to start rifling through and see if there's anything that could maybe sell in town.
Yeah, sure. So you go up to the first like kind of table of stuff, and you pick up like a beaker or a jug or something to look at it. And as soon as you pick it up, the entire table just seems to like turn to dust. Like it's so fragile that like even just a little bit of change of weight like completely made it disintegrate into dust, and everything on the table just smashes to the ground and makes a really loud noise, and this glass kind of flying around everywhere. Of course, you're holding the one beaker in your hand, though.
Nothing freezes.
With all of that smashing going on, I'm going to turn around and look down the hallway. I'm going to start watching the hallway to make sure that nothing comes down that hallway.
Nice. Okay.
Also, I'm gonna take out my my longbow. I'm gonna knock an arrow. So if anything does start coming down there, maybe I can hit them with an arrow before they do.
Perfect. Makes sense.
What about other doorways leading out of here? I may have missed that.
To the north, there's an exit. It's not a door. It's a hallway.
But you're gonna have to go past this light deal and all that, correct, to get to it?
That's correct.
Yeah, no, Bane's not. He's nervous of this light deal, so he's gonna stay. I guess he would be still staying close to where crap, I lost her name. Crystal's character is
Liz.
Yeah, thank you.
It's like it's so easy to remember.
I think I'm just getting sleepy. Blame it on that.
Yeah. So Donald is going to go and inspect the plate, the plate in the wall, the bare plate, and and while he's doing that, at some point while she's kneeling there praying, Yeshua was actually going to take a hand and actually try and extend it into the light and see what happens.
You instantly die.
Nice.
Very possible, but
All right,
you know what?
So you reach into the light.
The Daniel eyebrow.
Incinerated.
And you, as soon as you touch it, you kind of like jolt back a little bit. It kind of it burns your fingers a little bit. Not so much heat, more like a shock, like a static electricity kind of shock. And you take 1 point damage.
And you're instantly dead.
Right. No.
Wow, why did the screen all turn orange?
I mean, who just went orange?
Crystal.
Crystal.
Oh,
Impressive.
I
Wow,
turned
that
my
woke me
camera
up.
on.
There you go.
All of a sudden, you were orange.
Yes.
Yeah, I turned my camera on by an accident, and it's looking at a red candle.
That'll
You're
do
supposed to be glowing green now, not orange.
yeah.
I thought it was Liz's hair got too close to the camera.
Yeah. So Yeshua would jerks her hand back into you. If you hear her kind of go like that, and then that's kind of it for that. She doesn't appear to have interest in doing that again.
Okay.
And Donna's looking at the plate on the wall.
So the plate looks like it's pretty much set into the wall, though it doesn't seem to have any kind of obvious use, from what you can tell.
So he would kind of like just, I don't know. He doesn't really know what to do, whether he should bang on it or tap on it or.
That's what she said.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he would just kind of turn to the others and say, does anyone have any ideas regarding this metal piece in the wall? It doesn't appear to belong.
Yank it out.
As you say, yank it out, Grayson kind of steps back out of the room.
Yeah. He just kind of chuckles. He says, I believe it's affixed quite well.
Yeah, Bane just looks at Liz like, you asking him to yank it out? Okay.
Okay, so it's affixed to the wall.
It's flush to the wall. You know, it doesn't seem to have any it's not three-dimensional, you know. I mean, but you can see it. It's almost like just the material changes in that area to something else, and there is like the very tiniest hint of you might be able to call it a crack, but it'd be like a hairline because obviously two materials are coming together. But it's not it's pretty much in the wall.
I want to take out my I'll take out a torch. And I'll try to on the opposite side of the crack. I'm gonna try and like with the butt of the torch, just kind of like pop that area of the wall. See if I can like maybe cause it to like pop out or anything like that. You know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, you hit it. It doesn't seem to like move at all. It doesn't pop or move or make any kind of a change based on you hitting it.
And also, Daniel, since Liz has left her guard post with her bow and went to do that, I'm still staying down there watching the hallway, just for the record.
Okay.
You started mentioning this metal thing in the wall, and I got interested. So.
Well, I just wanted to clarify. I'm still down there watching in case.
Athanasius is watching.
Well, what about our thief friend? Do you think you can? I mean, does this look like any kind of? Do you? I mean, it's a different color and everything.
You hear him shout from out the room. I have no idea. Looks dangerous though. Do you want me to take a closer look?
If you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, Grayson will shuffle back into the room and cautiously go see if he can spot any. I don't know if he would be able to help. He'll go look at it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you look. It's again, it's if you could get a piece of paper in there, like that's about as thin as this crack is, and it goes around the entire thing.
Right. Gonna pull out.
It's completely flush though, so if you were to like take your hand and like run along the white part of the wall and then onto this, like there's no bump, there's no nothing. It's completely flat.
But there's a crack around it.
Yeah, so where the two materials come together.
Right.
Call it more like a seam maybe than a crack.
If I stuck like a dagger in there, would I be able to like break some of it off or pry it open? Or
you could probably put the tip of a dagger in if you were very careful.
Yeah, so it's really small.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll kind of mess with it for a minute, and then I'll step back and just say, I have no idea. It's nothing like I've seen before.
All right.
It's not appear dangerous, though. You have my confidence. And I'll walk back out the room.
All right. Well, whatever it was or is, or I guess we can't figure it out. So. Is there anything else in the room? Anything like sticking out of the walls or looks different or weird?
No, not really. I mean, there's just the now glass covering part of the floor, some tables, and the giant ball of light floating in the air.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess there's nothing else to do here.
Okay.
Looks like we're not gonna get any treasure again. When
It was the chest with gold in it, my lady. Do not forget.
well, yeah, there was that, but I'm talking about I'm ready to make some real money. Like, that's the whole reason we went adventuring was to make some money. Anything? Hardly anything.
Patience. Yeshua would rise from the ball of light and move to the rest of the group with a somewhat disappointed look on her face, and just say that I believe this place still holds many, many treasures yet to be found.
PC will chime in. She'll say, "What if we made some sort of an offering to the light?"
I do not. I don't know if it is I don't know that it is holy in nature. I pray for guidance, but I've received no answer.
Maybe sing a song to it.
For I am not yet worthy.
Maybe jingle the disc.
I don't know. I reached into the light and it was rather painful. I'm a bit nervous to touch the disc.
Thing or anything?
Nope.
I'm gonna take a hand axe out of off my back, and I'm gonna throw one of the hand axe at the disc. At one of the discs.
You're gonna throw the hand axe at the disc? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you like trying to attack it or just like toss it on top of it?
Well, before I do this, I'm gonna tell everyone. Okay, I'm gonna toss a hand axe at the disc, and then I'm gonna so they'll move back. I don't want to risk injuring everyone. And then if I can, I'll step back about 20 feet since I can hit it with the hand axe from there with no disadvantage. And then I'll toss my hand axe at it like an attack.
So Yeshua would get out as soon as she's out of Liz's earshot, would mumble under her breath saying, This makes me very nervous.
So where's everybody going?
Probably back toward the door that we came in.
Okay, so you're huddled near the door, and I guess
we have no idea what's down the other hallway.
And I guess Bane is in that hallway, right? Because you're guarding.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still down that entrance hallway we come in. So yeah, I'm still down there.
That's the other reason why she's going there, is because that's where Bane is.
Huh.
Large.
So everybody else is gathering around that door,
I am.
like in the room, but around the door.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Athanasius is, but Cece is still near the orb.
Okay. So go ahead and make an attack at the pad.
Okay. And I rolled a total of. Wait, do I get an attack bonus if I throw a hand axe?
You would get to dexterity.
Okay. Oh, I think I still get a missile. Yeah, I still get a missile adjustment. So a total of 14.
Cool. 14. All right. Yeah. So you throw this hand axe and you're trying to hit the thing. It basically flies down and hits this plate. Then it kind of it hits the plate and then gets sucked up into the globe of light. And you look, and it doesn't seem to have even scratched it.
And the axe is gone.
You don't see it anymore.
So Yeshua would say, well, that seems dangerous.
Huh.
I really regret sticking my hand into it now.
I'm thinking great treasure.
You're losing treasure.
I bet if we went through that, it would lead us to treasure.
Bane looks towards Grace and he goes, she keeps talking about intelligence. Where is it?
I don't know. I'm not the brightest myself, but actually I am pretty bright now that I think about it.
She kind of holds out her scorched hand and says, I don't know. It burned me pretty good.
It burned you when you put your hand in the orb.
Yes.
But I'm starting to think that it may not. There may be something to diving into this pad.
Well,
That's what I'm saying. Like if we
it went up, her axe
maybe it was
went up
trying
into
to
the orb.
carry you off somewhere. Maybe it was trying to carry you off somewhere, and it couldn't because you weren't standing on the plate.
I don't know. This does not seem wise to me.
Leave your sack with us when you step up there. We may need your sack.
The one that holds things. I I am voting no.
Well, I can definitely tell you Bane is not about to step anywhere up on that thing.
It's in the bard.
Okay, Athanasius is gonna walk over and he's gonna go up to oh shit. He's gonna go up to Cece and he's gonna say, "I'm sorry, my lady." And he's gonna take a rabbit by the crook of the skin of its neck on the back, pick it up like a cat,
Oh, you're a terrible person.
and he's gonna see what happens when he puts it to the pad. He's thinking of going in himself, so he wants to put a living thing in there first. If nothing happens, he's going in. He's going in.
Yeah, she's not very happy with that concept, but being in the situation she is, she gives up the rabbit, but she's definitely giving you a mean look right now, and
We'll be okay. Trust me.
she's not going to be saying something to you anymore.
Everything will be fine. After all is done, Cece, you will understand. I'm not.
Yeah, she's going to actually. She failed her morale check, so she can't fight you because she's not strong enough. So she's actually going to leave the room and go hang out by Bane.
Huh.
So Cece comes up to you, Bane, and she's like, "That Athanasius he's trying to kill my pet. He's mean."
He is a strange fellow.
Now, why don't you sing me one of those songs of yours, lovely?
So you take the rabbit and you put it on. You kind of, I guess, on your hands and knees because you only get like a 1 foot clearance to get under this thing. What are you wearing for armor, Athanasius?
I've got the steel plate armor.
Ah, nice.
Plate mail armor.
Fantastic. Okay, so you you go on your hands and knees, you crawl under, then you go to put the rabbit on the plate, and as soon as you kind of get over the plate, your hand involuntarily like jerks up, and you feel like a force pulling your hand up into the light, and you take 1 point of damage. And then what's your strength? You should be able to pull it out. You're above average strength, right? Athanasius?
My strength is 15, Athanasius.
Okay. Yeah, you're strong enough. So you feel it pulling you up and you're able to jerk back down. You take 1 point of damage. Unfortunately, so does the rabbit, which kills it. You probably involuntarily let go of it, so it falls down onto the steel plate on the ground. And now you're on your hands and knees looking at a dead rabbit on a plate on the ground.
Athanasius, his jaw drops and he's in his head. Oh shit! He knows now that Cece is she'll never forgive him for this, and she may stay with the party, but she'll never forgive Athanasius for this. She's confused by him. She kind of liked him before, and now she's going to be really pissed off. And so he's going to leave the rabbit there. He's going to try to lie and say the rabbit disappeared or some shit.
Okay, so what's your way to? It went south really quickly. What do you guys want to do now?
Did you film my?
Just so it's clear, the rabbit is on the plate and it's just sitting there, but it's dead. Of course.
And it's dead, right? Yeah.
Your Shova would put her arm around Cece and just kind of try and be supportive and say, I guess we can try the hallway to the north.
Maybe there's another rabbit in there.
It appears there are no secrets in this room. He looks down. He feels like shit.
Did you feel my hand axe? Was it still in there?
Yeah.
Good night, my lady.
Still say there's something to that.
Yershova, I think you have the best idea. Continue. I don't want to walk around this light deal, but I will. But we continue on.
As long as you don't touch it, I don't think it will harm you. So, so yeah, I guess we'll make our way to the hallway.
Okay, so you get up to this to the north side of the room where this hallway goes to the northwest. It goes for about just about 20 feet at a diagonal northwest, and then it hits a regular west running hallway. And as soon as you get up there and you kind of look into this look in that direction, you can see that you're looking into that room with all the things that were looking at the finger bones. Although you can't see what they're doing in here, but you figure that it's that room because you can hear all them talking in robot talk.
So you said it
What's that?
went to the northwest. I'm sorry, did it turn?
It went to the northwest and it hits a hallway that goes just straight west.
Straight west. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, but in addition to that, so then that goes to that other room. In addition to that, where it hits the hall, so it comes up like this, and then it goes northeast if you were to go past. So you can go like that.
Okay, so it keeps going. All
It keeps going, but it goes to the northeast instead of the northwest. It kicks back.
All right.
So depending on which way you want to go, you've got the room full of the skeleton metal men, or you've got a room or whatever to the northeast that you haven't seen yet.
Hmm. So I guess as we look down and see those ones in the down there, I kind of look back and just try and be very quiet and just do a shrug, like try and motion with my hands this way or keep going.
I say we just keep going this same direction, yeah.
So, all right, I guess we'll try and sneak. How far down is that room with the 15?
It's only about 10 feet.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you're pretty close to it right now, and you're in the corner. But they don't seem to have noticed you yet.
So I guess she put her finger to her lips. Those things are really worrying me. She put her finger to her lips and I guess we'll try and sneak past that hallway opening.
Cool. All right, so you go into the northeast.
Mm-hmm.
So it follows to the northeast, 30 feet, and then opens up into a room. So this room is basically a 20-foot by 30-foot room, 20-foot north to south, 30-foot east to west, and you're coming in on the west wall, the southwest wall.
The southwest wall. Okay.
That's right. So you're coming on the southwest wall, and then it continues, goes a little bit further north. So it's 20 by 30 rooms, but you're coming on the southwest wall.
Okay, you said southwest. Yep. So basically, it comes up like this, but then the room kind of switches. Like
That's right.
come up into the room, and then it comes back this way.
That's right. Exactly that.
Cool. All right. So
in this room, on the north wall, in the center of the north wall, so it's a 30-foot, wide room. So in the center, the middle square, there is a door.
Center of the north wall, you said.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else in the room?
Oh yeah.
More robot dudes.
Yes. So you come into this room, and when you do, a transparent man, dressed in clothing of a long gone era, appears in the middle of the room, and he says, Welcome, visitors and employees, to the Subsurface Research Facility. As you prepare to enter the subsurface environment, remember to follow your expedition checklist and listen to the instructions of your guide at all times. We have been accident-free for 3,729 years, 11 months, and 2 days. A company record. Don't be the team to break it. And then he disappears.
What sorcery
Bane
is this?
Bane starts charging straight towards this thing with his shield. And that's probably the time it disappears. He just keeps running past it.
Okay. Yeah, you run right through it.
Some dark sorcery here, I feel. We should be extra sharp.
It's definite magic.
Okay.
Okay, and so is there a label on the door to the north?
There is not.
No label. But that's the only exit.
That is the only exit you see, exactly.
So Yeshua would turn to the group and say that apparently we haven't actually made it to the subsurface research area yet. But if that magical apparition is to be believed, then that is the way there. So do we wish to proceed forth now, or what do we wish to do?
Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably the way Bane run, correct? Would it run towards that door?
Yeah, you ran right. Yeah, it was in the center of the room. So if you were charging it, you're basically currently standing probably in the center of the room because it disappeared. So the door's right next to you. Yeah.
Like 10 feet away.
Yeah, Bane says, well, I'm closest to it. Let me get this one. He just goes up and opens the door if it will open.
Cool. Yeah, it opens up. All right, so you are looking into a hallway that extends 30 feet to the north and then turns to the east. 20
30
feet up on the west wall is a door.
And 20 foot up on the west wall, you said?
Yep.
30 foot. 30. Okay. All right. And does these hallways look just like all the others?
Yep. It's that white material, somewhat dusty, but if you were to check, there's some footprints here and there. You can probably surmise, from these metal people who are walking around, and the ceiling is lit. What would you like to do?
I guess we'll make our way to the first door.
You got a door? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody open the door.
It will not be your Shova this time.
Well, Athanasius feels like shit. He feels like he owes the party something, so he's going to walk up and he's not even going to say anything. He's just going to nod and slowly open the door.
Yeah. CC looks at Bane and says, I hate to say it, but I hope there's a trap on that door. Okay, so you open up the room, the door rather, and it opens up into a room that is 20 foot east to west, 40 foot north to south. You are entering in through the southeast corner, basically on the east wall, the southernmost square. Okay, so on the east wall, 20 feet, 30 feet from the bottom, so basically the third square up or the second square down, depending on how you're counting, there's another door on the east wall. And then directly in the center of the west wall, so it's half of 2 squares, is a path going to the west, a hallway. Okay. The center of this room is occupied by a large metal bin bolted to the floor.
Oh.
Let's see. On the north wall is a shallow rectangular hole with a blue and red wire sticking out.
It's a hole. A hole. Oh, a
A
hole.
hole. Yep.
Yes, just like the one that was
A rectangular hole with blue and red wires, exactly. And there's a bin in the center, and if you were to walk up and look into it, the bin is full of tiny bits of scrap metal and wires.
Okay, and that's definitely what Athanasius would do. He would walk over and peek in.
Yep.
And when he sees that it's just scrap metal and wires, he'd walk back towards the door and said, "It's safe to come in. I'm not sure what this is."
Yeah, so it's a bin full of scrap metal and wires, and then on the north wall is a shallow rectangular hole with blue and red wires sticking out. And then, like I said, I guess at this point you could probably, if you're walking into the room, you could see down the western hallway. That goes down 20 feet to a door.
Can I try to like roll under my intelligence or something and see if I can figure out what these scraps are?
It's well beyond anything that you would know how to do.
Okay.
This is like ancient technology. It's from 3,729 years, 11 months, and 2 days ago.
But who's counting?
You see the scraps right here? I bet those were from those weapons I was talking about, weapons of mass destruction.
You
They
sure that's
destroyed them.
Are you saying somebody would destroy mass during church? What?
Yeah, so just remember there was like a cataclysm, so that's why there's like this weird jump in science. So this stuff is ancient beyond, like, in a world that doesn't exist anymore.
Maybe you should pull those wires.
But hello.
Ah!
Where'd the cat come from?
You're on
Athanasius looks at Bane and says, "Maybe I will."
So Yeshova would look at the hole in the wall and point out that this matches the hole in the wall that was at the end of the hallway when we went through the barracks door. And she says, I wonder if there's something that we're supposed to. This hole is exactly like that one. I wonder if there's something that we're supposed to, or that can be put on into this hole or something.
We have no more rabbits.
No.
Maybe if we find another one of those scones, we can put that there, or attempt to. Of course, it's ancient technology, so I don't think just simply putting it to the hole is gonna. Like, someone would have to know how to like put it together properly.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely try. The hole has blue and red wires coming out of it, and the bin has a series of stuff that you don't know what it is, but you can always try. But there's no like sconces. Like,
Pull
definitely not.
those wires, Athanasius.
Athanasius, he'll grab one of the wires from the bin, and then he'll walk over and he'll put first, before he pulls any of the wires, he'll take the wire he has and he'll put it in the hole and see if he can gauge where it goes. If it goes, if it just lands somewhere or drops.
Are they color coded?
Yeah, there's definitely stuff in there. Okay, so you're gonna try to connect your wire to something, or you're just sticking it in there?
Well, I'll connect it to one of the other wires, and then I'll kind of like run it in.
All right, roll a d6.
That is a 5.
5. You take 5 points of damage as a massive shock comes out as you touch the wire.
You see Athanasius just like his neck just flicks back, and you just see some of his hair just go out straight.
Yeah.
Singing girl, I think that got him.
That actually, puts me at negative. Let me see. I took one before, so that was 5 points of damage. That puts me at -2.
Okay, well, let me get out my extreme damage through electrical, which I haven't used yet.
You actually have that? That's a thing?
Yeah, of course I do.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Never doubt the Daniel.
This is what I do.
Now I'm glad I touched it.
That is
let's-
incredible. Well,
all right, so
Just remember that before you go touching something else that's
I-
new.
Listen, he had a chart.
what's
He
fire?
had a chart to see if we would be ready when we were woken from sleep. Okay, I don't put anything past him at this point.
Oh, you gotta have charts. Okay, so
Gotta
you're
chart.
negative what? -2?
Yes, -2. He said.
Yes.
Roll a d6 and let's see what you get.
Ooh, that is a 6.
No boy.
Oh,
That's
8.
awesome.
Okay, you get a serious burn. So let's see. Roll on table B3. All right, so B3. Serious.
That's twitching.
Roll a d6.
Oh, another 6.
Oh, fantastic.
It's gonna be in his head. This is gonna be great.
It actually zaps you in the face.
Yes.
Oh,
All of your missile attacks are going to be at -4 now until you.
Oh no.
Yeah, and then also roll 1d4 -1 with a minimum 1, and that's going to be your how much charisma you lose because of burns in your face.
Oh
Good
man.
job, girl.
1d what?
Roll d4 -1, but the minimum is 1. So if you roll a 1, it's still 1.
Okay. I rolled a 1.
Okay, so you lose 1 point of charisma permanently from like a scar or a burn that you get on your face. So basically, the thing blows up in your face. You don't take any damage, but your eyes are kind of like messed up a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to take you. Let's figure this out now, so you can make a marker on your sheet. It's going to take you.
He said, "Oh,
Badass.
It's going to take you basically 28 days to heal for your eyes. You really burned your eyeballs out.
my God.
Let's say you burnt one of your eyeballs to almost blindness. That makes the most sense. That's why your missile attacks are off. So like your depth perception is off.
So after the 28 days, will my missile attacks go back to normal?
Yep. You'll
Okay.
heal in 28 days.
you should have took the necklace off her, singing girl.
Yeah, so
Karma's a
yeah, but
bitch.
you primarily lose some charisma because maybe you got like a scar on your face where your eye gets. So right now your eye is like white. Yeah. Anyways, there you go.
So Yeshova would rush over to him despite the karma and immediately try to assist or just make sure he's okay. I really don't have anything that could assist him unless he wants to stick a bandage over him for 1 point. Well, you didn't actually take damage, though, did you?
No actual damages.
Right. Gotcha.
Nice.
So,
All right. Who's next?
yeah. Not Yeshova.
yeah, I don't know about that.
I'm gonna say that we don't do what he just did. Let's just continue down the hall.
What? Yeah. So are we going to go down?
His one eye looks like it's really.
Or we
really
could take him back to town and
Grayson,
Come
do you
back
have an
here.
extra mask you can wear?
in a few days.
Oh, trust me, he doesn't want to wear this one. This is the only one I have, though. But I don't clean the inside too often.
No.
But if he needs it, he can have it.
Nobody else wants to try?
I'm good.
Chickens. All right.
Still thinking about that giant light.
Well, what was it he tried to put in the hole? Was he trying to wire up?
Yeah, he just tried one of the pieces of wires that he found.
Oh,
There's lots of pieces of wire in there.
oh, okay. No, I thought he was trying to wire a device in. I'm like, no, I'm not just going to mess with the wires for the sake of.
Yeah, well, he was trying to wire a piece of wire into it or whatever. Something he found in the bin.
No,
You don't
it's
really
cool.
know what the stuff is. It's just stuff.
Right. It's just stuff.
So that blue wire wasn't the right blue wire, basically.
No, cut the red
Well,
one
maybe it was
first.
the right one, depending on what you're trying to do.
Yeah. I mean, if we had a device or another thing that had a red and blue wire hanging off of it, I'd be like, oh,
Well, no, there's a bunch of stuff in the bin. You just don't know which one's right.
oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I thought he just literally picked up a piece of wire and tried to
Like
attach it.
Yeah.
No.
It's generic enough. I mean, whatever. He picked up something of those.
Okay.
No, there's
I'm
plenty
good.
of stuff in there that has blue and red wires on it. You just don't know what's what.
Does any of it look like it might be a screen?
None of them are screens. Well, maybe one's a screen. Let me see. No, none of them are screens. Some of them look like they are like glass, but not screens per se. And some of them look like they're like what would be they have numbers on them, and some of them are like just pieces of like metal.
Yeah.
But all of them seem like they many of them seem like they could fit there. It's just a matter of finding the right one. You could deduce.
Could we roll to see if we could?
Yeah, when you try, you roll.
Oh,
No, I
okay.
mean, like,
No,
could
that's
I
how you.
roll?
No, he's
Okay.
saying no. That's
That's what the roll is. The roll is if you figured it out or not.
oh.
All right. I say we just continue down the hall.
Okay.
Or we head back to town. Because out of character, it's getting close to that time.
Yep, you could leave.
Yeah, unfortunately we're too close to the room full of 15 dudes. So the options would be to go back, well, or go back to the barracks room area and try and, but yeah, hold up
Wait,
for
yeah,
rest.
you're not going to sleep here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then-
just because it just makes it logistically difficult if people can't show up. So every time you just have to leave. That's just how we're going to do it.
So then that's the, yeah, I guess that
But
would,
yeah, I mean, you at this point you could just leave. I mean, you don't have to. We don't have to play it out. You know how to get out.
yeah.
You have a map.
She
You
was
can, you can continue to explore a little bit more, but like I said, it is getting a little bit later. You probably could go through another room or so. It's up to you. You can mess around more in this room. There's a door at the end of that west hallway, or there's a door here.
So Yoshova would recommend that maybe we can go back to town and Athanasius can maybe heal a little bit, and I can run an errand to town, to the city, but most importantly we can try to make sure we're back at full strength as we go into the research facility. And so that would be her vote.
Yes, and Grayson needs to let his hand heal up.
Also true.
I can't do much with that.
Perhaps the gold trinkets will fetch us some coin.
Ah, yes.
And out of character, Cece has a song whenever she's able. Whenever we're out of the cave, and in the field, she has a little song that.
Nice.
So out of character, the rabbit's name was Thayer. Thayer, right?
Yep, there.
Thayer. So just so you guys know, so she looks down and she kind of glares at Athanasius. Even though he got hurt, she doesn't have much pity for him at this point. Maybe he can make it up to her somehow in town, but so she looks down, and this is the darkest song she sang. Every other song was cheery, and this is dark and gloomy. And she just says, "Master Athanasius, the slayer of Thayer. A billion deaths he'll suffer in a dark and rotten lair. If he's ripped apart by basilic, it still would not be fair."
Nice.
Impressive.
And there you go.
I'm going to give you inspiration for that.
She would lean over to him. Ah, that's good. Yoshova would lean over to Athanasius and say, I don't believe that your bard is a fan of yours any longer.
Okay.
Bane definitely tells Athanasius on the way back to town, "You buy girl rabbit. She will sing about everything's."
We need to get her 2 rabbits.
But yeah, he's gonna get her 2 rabbits and a thing of roses or something.
Okay, cool. So yeah, if you guys want to head back, let me see if the thing came to eat your horse. Where's my dice? All right, I don't know. Somebody roll a percentage for me. Carlos.
I got it. Yeah, I got it handy. There we go. That would be 31.
31. The horse is still there.
Yes. We did not lose Bessie.
You haven't lost Bessie yet, and you're heading out of the anomalous subsurface environment with 1 blown out eye, 1 dead rabbit, and a broken hand.
Broken hand, but 2 gold pins.
Yeah, and 2 gold pins.
And a glowing green girl.
That's right. All right, guys.
Awesome.
Why is it that my characters always get the weird thing where their skin changes color?
Let me tell you, there was several options there, and that was definitely the best one. So,
Oh,
Huh.
yes.
nice.
All right, guys.